back,
No.
Welcome back, everybody. It's your gearhead himself, Mr. Logic, man. Just make sure as you guys tune in that you guys subscribe. I just want to say thank you guys for coming back. We've been out for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? A lot of situations going on, but we're missing some people today, but we still have, Mr. Ben 10 here.
Yo, what's up? Where am I looking? Hey, what's up? Mr. Ben 10 in the house, Sir Daniel.
We have the Miss Nate.
The Miss Nate. How y'all doing?
You feel me? And you already know this is one thing for sure, two things for certain,
baby.
Let's go.
All right. So first topic today, and I bet you guys are surprised, wondering, yo, Benzo's calling out the topics tonight?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna be the guy. I'm gonna be the guy. So if you got some good comments, throw them up, and I'll be sure to get them on screen, get you your attention, and we'll talk about it if it's good enough. All right, you hear me? Okay. So first topic for today, you guys ready? It is monogamy versus polyamory or polygamy.
Honestly, I'm happy that you said it, though, because I was honestly gonna butcher the fuck out of it. I was gonna butcher the fuck.
So many words. So I learned the difference between them. Polyamory is when you marry multiple people, and polygamy is when you share, like when you have multiple partners instead of like being married, stuff like that. Yeah. So I think let me just say in regards to that, if you guys are okay with me starting it off, I think polyamory is really easy for women. And I mean on the side of where she would have like multiple boyfriends or multiple husbands. And when I say that's easy for them in the sense that like, I think it's easier for a woman to convince a bunch of dudes to live with each other and just share the communal pussy.
I'm saying I gotta go first. Every time I gotta go first. I'm not going in after no one else. I want to go first.
Here's the thing.
Two bodies already started.
But here's the thing. You're gonna be going after the last guy that went in last time, the last session.
No, because she's gonna shower.
But so I just resets the clock?
Yes. It's better than nothing. What you mean?
I mean, I guess. So because in my head, like really think about it. Like ladies watching, really think about it. I mean, I'm not saying that you're like open to polyamory or what have you. If you are, more power to you, I guess. But really think about it. Think about the man that you would want in your mind to convince you to share him with multiple women. That guy would have to be handsome, rich, saucy as fuck. Like a regular guy wouldn't be able to pull it off.
Hold up.
I came up with this topic, so you speak on this.
I've seen some TikTok videos on, the throuple. There are one man and two women, and the man is a little questionable, I might. But you know what? To each their own. And both the women are gorgeous.
But tell me this. You think that man's broke?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, they're influencers. Like they do social media, so I'm assuming they're well off.
Yeah.
But the traditional, if they would have a regular 9 to 5, I wouldn't know.
I believe you need one of the two of the three. Money, looking good, saucy, right? If you have two of those three, you can probably pull it off. Even then, it's still a slim chance as a man. Still, bro, it is so impressive for a man to have multiple partners. That I remember that show Sister Wives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Now, you wouldn't watch it if it was the other way around. I mean, I think I'd still watch it.
But what kind of throws me off is like, yo, I seen those like in real life. Yeah. Like I seen people in those type of relationships, and they're not appealing at all, dog. Like, yo, usually it's retirees, and leathery skin and like old shriveled. Like, no.
To each their own.
To each their own, yeah.
Not me. It could never be me over my dead fucking body.
Knock on wood, woman. Oh, you're a woman now?
Huh? 2022, you're judging me? Really?
Don't judge him.
Is that what we're doing?
Oh,
wow.
Jesus Christ.
Logic, how dare you?
I can't even. Wow.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Listen here, Whoopi Goldberg. All right, this ain't happening, man. All right.
I have ponytails on right now.
He wants.
Exactly.
Listen, if you identify as, you know what?
We're getting way off topic.
Yes.
Okay.
So my whole thing, when you talk about relationship, listen, monogamy that's what I guess we're programmed to do.
No, I mean,
no, realistic in Western civilization.
Because
monogamy. That's us, and especially being of a Haitian background. Yo,
I'm not sharing.
Haitian men don't cheat.
We don't cheat. We just take care of our other wives. You know, like so. That being said, I think it really, like, especially to the viewers, man. A lot of us come from that. You know what I'm saying? It's only my friends that are outside from this country that are usually from the Middle East, believe it or not, Asia, and even Australia. Like, you know, like they're really more open-minded to it.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like me personally, I'm not sharing shit.
Yeah.
If I'm being responsible for you, if I'm gonna put my life on the line for you, you out your fucking mind if you think I'm gonna share you with another man. No.
So what do you have to say
Facts.
about the boy best friend?
I honestly don't have a problem with a woman having a boy best friend. And here's me being honest.
Yeah.
When I was younger, yes, it was a problem because, you know, my insecurity and whatnot.
Yeah,
But
of course.
if the dude was there first, this is what you're all agreeing to. And that's
Yeah.
where I think it really comes down to. Now, mind you, if this motherfucker's disrespecting the relationship, that's different. You know what I'm saying? If the dude's hitting you up at late nights and, you know, in the evening type shit, I'm going to have a problem. If he, you know, you got some little nickname and shit, I'm going to have a fucking problem.
Nicknames, really?
Yeah, because listen, you out your fucking mind if you think I'm gonna be okay with my lady and her best friend saying, "Hey, what's up, baby boo?"
Oh,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
those
that
are
ain't
pet
happening.
names. Those are pet names.
I
not
don't
nicknames.
give a damn what
Nickname
it is.
like Jay. Nickname is like
Nah.
Ben.
Nah,
You're right.
nah.
You're right.
Right.
You're right. I just find it weird, man, because I feel like that's the direction we're really going into, bro. Like
Yeah.
we're not really monogamous anymore. Monogamous used to be like, yo, you're my first, right? Now it means I'm only dealing with you for the time being. I'm not dealing with nobody else. And
Yeah.
that's the crazy shit. And then what's the other shit called?
Polygamy, polyamory, whatever.
Poly. We're just
Yeah,
gonna call it poly. My thing is, it's like, yo, what would that do to somebody mentally? You know what I'm saying?
I think
like
that fragments your mind, honestly.
because, like, to me, I need attention. I ain't embarrassed, yo. I'll tell you right now, I need attention as a man. I need your undivided attention. So
I mean, not
if I see
everybody is
someone else-
fit for a poly relationship.
yeah.
Facts.
It takes a different type of person. To,
Yeah.
So
I
you
mean,
would never do
share.
that.
fermented body.
Nah, no
No.
way. Oh, only
No.
because, like, you know, knowing me. Wait, we talking? I'm against poly. I want to do poly.
Yeah.
Knowing me, I'm territorial and I'm
Mhm.
jealous. All right. So if I
Oh,
feel like,
you might sound a little misogynistic. What do you mean?
hey,
territorial?
not even. I mean, territorial. Don't touch my stuff.
I like my men a
And
little
I'm
territorial.
not objectifying women.
You
I'm not
Just a little
objectifying
bit.
women.
There's lines you can't cross.
There's
but
lines
just
you
a little
can't
bit.
cross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you like your man territorial.
Bro, just a little bit.
You tell me what woman wouldn't want her man to go somewhere and be like, hey, yo, this is my chick. I
Mhm.
love her. Ain't none of y'all niggas touching her. And she'd be like, yeah,
If
I'm
I
his chick.
I ain't
if
gonna
I
front.
see a guy hit on me and my mom doesn't do anything about it, and he's just like,
She
oh,
gonna
whatever,
side-eye him.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
Nah,
You don't
dog.
care?
You see, I ain't gonna front, dog. I don't know how I would act. Like, yo, if I'm with a shorty and a nigga hits on her, I might go gorilla mode. Like, yo,
Nah,
nigga, that's me, dog.
I'll be like, bro, you want my
back up,
number? I'll
back
send a
up.
picture of her butthole, dog.
Back
While I'm
up.
fucking
Nah, I'm
clapping that shit.
that's
Send a
me.
picture of his.
That's me.
Yeah, send a picture of my
But
butthole.
let me ask you something. Do you think it's acceptable for a woman
to
to
do
be
what?
territorial
Yeah.
yeah.
in the same
Some
manner as a
guys-
man, or no?
No, I mean, a woman is never gonna be territorial how a man is because women are just, you know,
sure?
like, you know, I mean, it depends on the woman's personality, but they'll add their own like pizzazz to like how territorial.
No,
they
I
are.
don't mind a territorial woman because like that tells me if it's like within reason, like
Mhm.
not like oh, if a chick looks at me, she's like sideways on that girl or
No, that's
whatever. Yeah,
toxic.
right. But if she's showing that, hey man, I claim this guy, this is my man, like you address him and respect
Mhm.
him as such, that's what I'm into, right?
Or,
Not like
yeah.
right, not like, oh, who is her? Like, bro, I don't who is her?
Or like, some, like if they're in
I don't know
public,
her.
some girls would like be all lovey-dovey to their man and
Yeah.
like kiss him, caress him,
Just
just to
stuff
make
like
the other
that.
girl jealous and be like, "This is my man."
Yeah,
Not
like
yours.
right, like the thing that would throw me right, and I don't. This hasn't ever happened to me. Thank goodness. Is like you're out with your girl, and like there's some like random chick or whatever, and then she starts giving you attention to piss off your girl to see what she does. Like, and people test each other, like and men and women, they test each other like that with other people's relationships all the time, bro. Like when men see a guy with his chick, and he looks at her, and he like right, he gives her like he's like. And he knows that you saw, and you're just like,
Some guys will play the long game.
Yeah,
They'll
bro.
be nice to the girl, so that way, in hopes that if the boyfriend fucks up, he'll be there like,
Nah,
oh, hey,
but you
what's
see
up?"
that's my whole thing. Like, okay, so having a boy best friend, I have to accept it because my best friend's a girl. You get what I'm saying? It would be contradictive for me to say, no, I'm not cool with it. But I think it's like, yo, when a homegirl has so many homeboys, the first thing that's going through my head is like, yo, which one of you, which one of you hit? Because
I know one of you fucking hit.
You know, and I think that's why I say, yo, we're kind of leaving monogamy into this whole poly world because real shit. Nowadays, people, not just women, just men and female, they'll introduce you to the person they fucked. Like, I think that's not ultimately disrespectful, but it takes balls to do that.
Huge.
They'll make you feel some type of way.
No, like I've been in a situation. I
shook his hand.
I didn't sleep with her. But I've been in a situation where like one of my closer friends now, we're good friends, best friends actually. We have matching tattoos.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. But
did you get a purse with her too?
Yeah, I feel if it's nice, I like Coach Michael Kors. What was another that wasn't there?
See, this is why I don't like playing
Marc
with you.
Jacobs?
Continue.
Marc Jacobs. And I've been in a situation where like there was a point where she was into me. And if I was still in that dog mentality, that I would have slept with her, but because like
it's turned off.
Yeah, I'm just I didn't find her attractive. I thought I saw her more valuable as a friend, so we never like took it there in any sense of the word. But I can only imagine, right? And she then later introduced me to like one of her boyfriends, and another time a guy that she was talking to. I'm thinking to myself like, bro, if I hit, and then she introduced me to this guy, bro, I'd be like.
So question, right? Especially to the viewers out there, right? Would you be okay with your partner being friends with an ex?
Honestly, for me,
if they dated back in middle school, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, for me,
you better than me.
It
It's
depends.
middle school.
It depends how the relationship went.
Yeah.
For me, honestly, and it depends on how close they were after the fact, right?
9 out of times, it's a no for me.
Yeah, like no, 9 out of 10.
There's always
9 times out of 10.
100. Like, yo, there's certain people that I'm still cool with some of my exes, and I'm cool with their man too, but to keep it healthy, I have to keep my distance. You know what I'm saying? Like
you set boundaries. I'm not friends with any of my exes. I don't talk to them.
The truth of the matter is,
I don't know what any of my exes are doing.
Like, I'll be 100. Like, when it comes to my exes, I'm always gonna care for them, especially if it wasn't on bad terms. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But there's a level and balance that you have to keep because, it's dangerous out there. Like, you ever seen those skits? Is like, I know you're fucking my girl. And he's like, I ain't fucking your girl, bro. We're over. And he's like, she called out your name during sex. Like. What do you do at that point? Like what do you do?
Like, honestly, my whole thing is I just really hope that whatever girl that I'm involved with, I leave her better off for like the next man, like mentally, right? Like
that's real
her,
shit.
Like,
I gotta give you that.
Like, dude, I would honestly, I would dislike so much for the next guy if like, like if she's just like comparing, and I don't want to be like in the word like I'm the like baseline, right, where she's comparing other guys to me and shit like that. I think that when it comes to new relationships, you should always set the person up from their own baseline, right, and not compare them, because that's where resentment comes from, and then the whole relationship falls apart after that. Like, honestly, like I couldn't. It would suck hard. Like, imagine the women that I've been with. I couldn't. It would really break my heart. Like, while we're getting intimate and shit like that, she's just thinking about the last guy she was with.
Jesus. Yeah, that'd do some damage.
Honestly,
but. So to go back to where we started off with the whole monogamy, right? Why do you feel, as a woman, right? Why do you feel that we're going in the wrong direction, or do you feel that monogamy still stands as strong as it did before?
Look, people can be in poly relationships, in monogamous relationships, literally to each their own. Once you get into why people are in poly relationships, whether it be for economic reasons, religious reasons, that there's a lot of reasons people are in it. But at least for me personally, I will always be in a monogamous relationship. Like, I can't share my partner.
Yeah.
Because I'm an emotional person. I am giving you a part of myself, a part of my soul. Like, I'm being emotional with you, opening up with you. And I'm not going to do that with like another person,
Okay.
Yeah.
Ben, do you feel that is strong as it was before, or do you feel like people are breaking into the whole poly?
I'm gonna say that monogamy is definitely fighting for its life right now in today's day and age. But sometimes people get
why do you feel that way, if I may ask?
Well, with the advent, or the not the advent, but the popularization of like all these dating apps and what have you, You know, that's just creating like the air of, you know, just whose turn is it to be with this person, right? We're just, if you're in the community or whatever, like let's say Miami, imagine how many people are connected to one another because of the same person that they slept with, like male or woman, right? So I think that monogamy is definitely fighting for its life right now, but it still has a strong presence, at least in a lot of circles. So like circles with like self-improvement, right? Like red pill, that kind of stuff. You know, like it, or at least, you know, the lower ends of red pill, because when you get to the higher ends, it's like, oh, if you're a high value man, you can have any bitch you want. Let's relax with that, right? I think that you should find someone that's best suited for you and don't allow what's going on outside of your circle to affect you. And I'll say this, instinctually, monogamy doesn't work, at least for humans. There are animals that do mate for life. Penguins, wolves, I think like hyenas, elephants, giraffes, hawks. There are a lot of animals that mate for life, right? Owls. But in order for our society, because one of the main pillars that got us to where we are now, to where we can fucking talk about that kind of shit, is monogamy, is the nuclear family.
Yes.
And that was one of the main pillars of this society, of many societies actually. So I believe that if it falls apart, we'll be headed in destruction. Yeah, we'll be in a lot of trouble.
When I think about it, and I have to, and just like I tell you guys who are viewing the show, man, it comes down to, I feel like it's being threatened because we live in a day and age where people care more about status. You know what I'm saying? And instead of like the moral compass that should be stronger than ever, it's literally defeated. Like you said, it's fighting for its life, because now you have people who have a monogamy type mindset, but only messing with the poly because of the status that comes along with it, you know? And I think that's like, again, and no disrespect to any of my viewers who live that poly, I just feel like there's mental illness that surrounds it. And the only reason I feel that way is because of how I was brought up and what I was taught. Yeah. And I'm not saying mental illness like something's wrong with you, but the long-term effects of having to share your one and only with somebody, I can never see myself in that position. You get what I'm saying? It's scary. Imagine what happens. Imagine you sharing your man, right? Or you're sharing your lady and you're like, well, I love this person more. Like, because
you're always going to have a favorite.
Yeah. You're always going to have a favorite. And I don't think, me personally, I would be able to handle that.
I'm getting violent just thinking about it.
You feel like you get angry.
I mean, like,
right?
I'm not your favorite.
Yeah. Like imagine that, bro. Imagine you're the bottom, not even the bottom bitch. You're just the fucking, when everyone else is tired. Yeah.
So final thoughts on that. When it comes down to poly versus monogamy, what are your final thoughts on that?
I respect people who are in poly relationships, you know, to each their own. You know, if it works for you, it works for you. Me personally, I would never do it.
Never. Not even entertain it for the lightest. So if your husband was like, oh, I want to do something risky, and
no, menage a trois are different, right? Like
that's
if
how
you want
it starts.
True. If you want to introduce some spice in the bedroom, that's different, but that is a serious talk with your partner.
Yeah.
Get a fucking dildo. That's what
I'll cross that bridge when I get to it.
Yeah. No, but that's one of those things for me that I mean, even though like the idea of like, oh, I have my chick, she's like, oh babe, can we just like include someone else? And like the male fantasy is like, oh, your girlfriend invites one of her homegirls and like you're in there and you got two chicks. But for me, at least, like, and I'm gonna keep it 100 with the audience. Sex is exhausting.
It is.
Sex is fucking exhausting.
Yeah. That's a workout, dog. You gotta
exhausting.
What the pop said? Beat it up like beat, bro.
Like, nah, man. Sex is exhausting. So I give it my all when I'm with one person. I couldn't imagine fucking spreading that between two people. Right?
I don't know people do it.
I'll be honest
I don't know
with you.
People do it. They're
when I was younger,
you know, you probably could have like.
Nah, I done it, and honestly, and I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. Many men might think I'm whack for saying this. It is overrated. Like it's not.
I wholly believe that.
When you have more than one partner in the bed, it is not fun as you think it is. Like, and I'll be 100. Ain't gonna say no names. However, just like you would think. With all that chaos, everything is fine, right? But then when your partner goes, oh, why were you in her longer than you were in me? During all that craziness, you were honestly counting how long I was with the other chick versus when I was inside it. Like that, like, it cost so.
That would cross my mind.
It honestly, it really did almost end the relationship.
Oh wow, yeah.
Because number one, I'm not the one who asked for it. It was more as a surprise, like, oh, I want to do something hot and spicy for you. And it backfired hard because honestly, at the end, it wasn't enjoyable to me because it was like, you're all over the place. Again, that's just my personal experience on it. I can't speak for other people. Some people like doing that shit, but like you said, it's exhausting. It's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? I took a knee to took a knee to the head, trying to, move around and shit. But what really did the damage was the chick I was with at the time. It really affected her. And it got to a point, why did you do it if you didn't want to do it? Like, why even entertain it? Why even cause it? And the response was, oh, I thought that's what you wanted.
I understand.
No, I wanted you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's one thing to think about it, but because I think, and this is like goes into the thing with like popular media. It's like, right, the male fantasy is like, yo, let me get 2 bad chicks. Yeah, we busting down. It's fucking like a porno in this motherfucker, right? And that's the one of the issues I had with one of my last partners was that, like when we were being intimate, she wanted to do things like, right, and I remember saying to her like, hey, look, this isn't a porno. Like, we're not filming. It's just you and me. So
chill out.
Yeah, like all that stuff, it's exhausting, especially if I'm putting in a majority of the work. It's fucking exhausting.
No disrespect.
No disrespect.
It's true.
When I have the energy to do it, I'll definitely fucking give it my all. But like, bro, like, dude, you want me to fucking do all this shit? Like, dude, come on. I'm focusing on my rhythm. So
you feel me? Like, it's a fucking game. Like, and you want to go into overtime. So
I want as much as you, but if I fucking can, I can only go like, right. So my final thoughts on poly versus mono, is fucking sex is exhausting. So just fucking exhaust yourself with one person. That's the best feeling when you're both just really tired at the end of it. Oh fuck, I love that. But
you're just there with like one leg in.
Yeah, it's like you're both just tired, just fucking defeated.
My final thoughts on it is if she ain't drinking water, you ain't do it right. I'm just gonna tell you right now. If she is not drinking water by the end of y'all session, you did not do it right.
Sometimes I want to drink water midway. I'd be like, can you pass me the water?
You know? But that's real shit. But my final thoughts on it is, listen, like you said, I respect both ends. You know what I'm saying? But again, how I'm raised, my morals as a person, I just personally can't rock with it. I can't. I respect it, but me personally, as a man before you today, I just cannot rock with it. I'm territorial. I don't want to share. And the way I feel about it, if I'm putting my all into just for one person, no one gets to reap the benefits but me.
And bro, another thing, like imagine that, right? You're in the poly relationship and you're just the fucking bleeding romantic. You're just doing everything for this person. You're like, showering them with all this praise and love or whatever. And then you got the other motherfucker that's just there and they're getting the same fucking shit from that person that you're getting, but you're putting in more effort. Bro, that would mess with me. I'd
do damage.
Yeah, that would mess with me. I don't see myself in that situation, but if I were, I'm speaking outside of myself. If I were, knowing me, I'd be.
It'd be something else.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Next topic.
Next topic up for discussion: the Celtic coach caught cheating.
If I may. Okay. Now, when it comes as you
first introduce the coach and who his spouse.
So I don't know how to pronounce his name. Let me pull it up for you guys. Oh, that's you? I thought it was bro, you guys are messing me up because I'm watching her. I thought that, bro. Come on, man. Come on now. Stop. Okay, so on the Celtics situation, right? Apparently, from what they told us, is that this was consensual, meaning Ime Udoka.
I don't know. I'm
Nigerian.
Yeah.
Ibambe.
Yeah.
Wakanda forever. However,
that was so messed up, guys.
listen, we could do that.
They're not real.
It's a fictional thing. So when it comes to this man, right? Now everyone's upset because this individual is married to Nia Long, right? Now, there's rules in life, yo. You don't ever shit where you eat. Now, this man, my problem, and you being a woman, let me know if you agree or disagree. I feel like it's kind of ridiculous how he's the only one getting burned for this. And the reason I feel that way is because it was consensual. He's not the only one who broke the rules. You know what I'm saying? So why is it that he's getting scrutinized, but the person who participated with him is not getting scrutinized? How does that make any sense to the movement?
Is he more like well known in the media than she is?
It doesn't matter.
No, because like
She's
if
an
he's
employee.
if he's more well known in the media, like
then it's
like
gonna
the
catch
face,
more eyes.
it's gonna catch more eyes. Like for the purpose of media and
Mhm.
for likes and for attention and money, the media's gonna put the story on him.
I don't
And
care.
that's what the media does.
That's fine. The story
But
being
in
on him is fine.
moral terms, then they should both take
Be-
accountability. Of course.
Exactly. Okay.
But I understand why that's more attention on him because that's just the media doing that.
Niggas be trifling, bro.
Because like even then, I'll break it down further. Like I think it's clown shit. And the reason I think it's clown shit, this is a dude definitely in a different tax bracket.
Yeah.
Out of all the women you could have chose, my G, you chose to fuck with a coworker?
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
but-
Like why? Like why
But
even
it's-
go that route?
It's like this though, right? If you're seeing a person every day, right?
Mhm.
You get familiar with them, you get used to them. They start becoming a bit more attractive, right? So it's like, you
He
know,
probably had his own reasons.
you know, and maybe he even like he slipped up, right? He slipped up,
Mhm.
but she was reciprocating. She slipped up, but he slipped up. Oh, he slipped up, but she was reciprocating.
Dude, what? Yo, shit.
He slipped up, but she reciprocated. So he was
Okay.
like, oh, you know, he hit him with the Mariah Carey sunglasses down, like, you know.
So also, and I'm gonna be 100. There's a couple guys coming out that are very upset. Oh, how could you cheat on your wife? Da 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 da. Whoopty swampty do. And
Yeah.
it's like, dude. And again, I'm not bashing her. I'm talking as an adult, as a man, right? Three sides to a story. Her side, his side, and then there's the truth, right? Three-side story. What was she not doing in the relationship to cause him to do that? Now, are there some individuals who just cheat because they're pieces of shit? Yes. But in reality is, as a man, you know, I know, and you as a woman know, like, yo, if I'm not being treated, if I'm not being loved, if I'm not being honored, if I'm not being taken care of, if I'm basically getting taken advantage of, naturally, I'm going to start looking elsewhere to get that attention. I just find it very distasteful that how they want to basically say, oh, how could he do that to her? The truth of the matter is we don't know what the fuck was going on in that relationship. And we may never know. I just think we got to get off this bullshit of coming to rescue the damsel in distress. We don't know if she was basically acting up in the relationship. We don't know what caused him to cheat. But the reality is he did cheat. And that's something that I think, especially when we talk about in the day and age of 2022,
Yeah.
we got to hold both sides accountable.
Yeah, and like on the
We
flip,
really do.
Yeah, and on the flip side to that, and you know, I'm not trying to like make it seem like this is like a trend or whatever, but you know, it kind of is. On the flip side to that, you'll see in some of these videos that when a woman cheats, right?
Mm.
They'll be like, "Oh, what was the man not doing?" Right?
Facts.
What was it? What? Yeah, because like usually,
Oh, she wasn't
right?
happy.
Yeah, exactly. Usually, when a woman cheats, the main thing that I personally have seen, and it may not be universally true or generally true, but what I've witnessed is when a woman cheats, is because she didn't feel appreciated. She felt like there was no longer an emotional connection, right? And when she does cheat, right, it's because of like, oh, he was just paying attention to me and he was so nice to me and he was asking me about my day, stuff like that, right?
Yeah, like it's
Mhm.
more emotional. And
Emotional,
for
he
guys
was-
cheat, it's more physical.
Exactly.
Ralph agreed with you.
Yeah,
He
he's
says
too well known.
He's too well known.
Yeah.
But it still doesn't take away, because to me, it's like what type of direction, what type of mindset, and what type of behavior are we showing? Really, what? And I'm not one of these people. Oh, she needs to suffer. But the reality is, it doesn't look good. It does not, especially dealing with an organization like the Celtics, who are known for racism, very strong racism. from day one, right? A black coach dealing with a female coworker. The fact that they're protecting her, it's like a bad taste. It's like an insult to injury.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because it was consensual. Unless you're not telling us the whole truth.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? So the reason why we bring that up, and this is where I wanted to get your input on it, Nate, is basically for cheating to happen, would you agree that emotional infidelity has to exist first? Because that's the next thing on the topic. It collides with it, Joe.
I mean, I feel like most of the time for women, like I said before, a lot of women cheat for emotional reasons sometimes, and then men do it more physically. Like there's no emotional attachment. Maybe in that certain situation, he fell for her and it wasn't emotional. Who knows? I don't know.
What do you think about emotional infidelity? Do you think like what are your thoughts on that?
I think that's like up there with like the worst kind of, I mean, there's two, emotional and physical, but I think emotional infidelity is the worst kind, because once your heart is gone, right, then there's nothing left for the relationship. Like literally once your heart is gone, there's nothing left. Like
okay, what about if you have kids?
Still,
that's messy.
No, here's the thing. If you no longer love your wife or your husband the same way that you did when you got married or when you saw him for the first time, what have you, the only way that I can see myself staying with someone that I no longer love like that romantically is that if I love them as a person and I love them as like the mother of my children. And I recognize that I have to uphold my duty as a husband.
That's something you have to talk about with your partner.
Exactly. You like, because you can always like find that spark. You always see the fucking movies on Lifetime or whatever when the couples are going through whatever the fuck, or like, and then they, somebody does something, or like, you remembered that song that we danced to on the night of 1997 at the
did the funky chicken dance on your 70th anniversary.
Oh, your father was such a goofball. Shit like that.
Do you think that even still exists yet? That type of love? Do you think that still exists?
No, I do. I do. It's just that I think that a lot of people are forcing it right now. Like they want that cutesy kind of like timeless love, but you have to earn that shit.
You have to work.
I hear from a lot of like married couples that share their experiences online that like marriage is hard, and when you're with somebody for so many years, you're gonna have a lot of like bumps in the road, but that you just have to work through it. That's what I hear. Yeah. Like a lot of people, they don't say that it's not always rainbows and sunshine.
It's kind of funny because there's this gentleman I know, right? His name is Bert. Yeah. He has like a beard, gray hair.
Oh man, huge guns, right? Yeah.
He wants sexy he bitch, man.
Yeah,
like
fine as fuck.
He wants sexy he bitch. I didn't
slop him off.
I didn't say all that.
Top him off.
But he be dropping knowledge because he be saying some real shit. Like I know him and his lady been married for over 2 decades. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like he says, it's 3 decades actually. It's a full-time job. And I don't think people understand, like, it's not about happiness at that point. It's a job.
Yeah.
You don't get to call out. You don't get to call in sick. And I think, like, what ends up why we're so quick to cheat, that emotional infidelity, the moment you open up to somebody, entertaining a conversation that damn well you wouldn't be able to have if your partner was there right in front of your face, that's a problem. How do you regulate that? Like, how do you because honestly, I think we're in a time, and I do not want to sound like this boy Drake, but we like the idea of being together, but not the consequences of being together.
Yeah, bro.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's scary to me, especially me just recently coming out of a relationship, right? I'm not saying I'm terrified of it, but I don't want to entertain it because it seems like, there's no discipline. There's really no discipline. Yeah. I know that you're in a relationship, right? Is that something that like crosses your mind when it comes to like the topic of conversations? Like, how do you process that?
The thing is that from past experiences, when people want to open up to someone who isn't their partner, you can do so with like a friend, someone, or like a family member, someone that you find trusting. If you're gonna open up to someone, that isn't really in your close circle, deep down you want something with them, deep down. And I've seen this happen to some of my friends. It happens a lot with people, like you're growing up in high school, and people, as kids you don't really know any better. But you really have to just you have to talk it out with your partner, no matter how uncomfortable it is in certain situations.
So I this is actually a comment from one of our viewers. Did we manage to get that call-in system working?
No, we haven't tested it out. I'm sorry, Gallego. Gallego.
Gallego.
It's
It's Spanish. 2 L's means yeah.
Yeah.
Nigga, I know how to say
Gallego.
yo quiero Taco Bell.
Yo
Okay?
quiero Taco Bell. Yo
Say-
quiero fucking grande fucking tetonas.
No, but I would see you talking that bullshit. Sal, if you could, man, just write us real quick what you want to add to it. We're paying attention. What I do want to say, so like when it comes to like infidelity, right?
Mm-hmm.
The communication, it's like, well, say we're having a conversation, we work together, right? That whole term, work husband, work wives, like that's how it starts.
Ooh,
you get what
that's
I'm
how it
saying?
does start.
That's how it starts.
Yeah.
Like I fuck around and be like, yo, that's my work wife. But the reality is it ain't, dog.
No,
Because
bro.
it's like, yo, I don't want to basically like, oh,
Yeah.
what you do?
Because
Like-
I don't want that pressure. I don't want you to lean on me like that. Like, if
You feel me?
if
I
you
don't
want
wanna be your
some-
diary.
Exactly. If you want someone to come to for certain things, like I'll always, give an ear. I'll give what I can.
Like, as a
you
good
know,
friend.
But that being
But
a good
it
friend
gotta
is how you get
stay- yeah,
caught up.
exactly.
But you have to set boundaries.
It has to stay within a certain
Yeah.
thing. Like, so like
1 minute it's oh, come with me to lunch. The other is like, oh, talking in the car.
Yeah.
From talking in the car, you just like it's like, bro, it brews,
No.
it grows. I'm telling you, like, you know what I'm saying?
My
It's
thing
just
is
crazy to me.
and I think my thing is when things start getting dicey, at least in like the romantic sense, with a woman that I'm not particularly interested in, or who I know has like a partner or whatever, what have you, I like to play stupid. Does that make sense to you, right? You like to feign ignorance.
Yes,
Or it's like,
because you
oh,
want to basically
I want to
procrastinate. You don't want to entertain
exactly.
the
I'm not
idea.
gonna entertain it. Just like, hey, like like I try to keep it like, like bouncy, right? It's like
Yeah.
she's like, oh, you want to go here? I was like, oh, is so and so coming? Oh no, it's just you and me. Oh yeah, all right. Let's go somewhere public.
Facts.
Let's-
Yeah. No, that's real shit.
Yeah.
That's real shit. That's playing it safe.
No,
yo.
yeah,
And
literally.
also, like, I would never put myself in a position with a guy that would ever cross those boundaries. Like, that just
Yeah, and
But let me
That's
ask you,
me
but
personally.
that's you
guys are
personally, but-
sneaky, bro.
Yeah,
Guys are
exactly. I was gonna
fucking
say that.
sneaky, bro.
How do you know? Because say that. Okay,
But a woman just knows, like, deep down.
Do
At
you?
least for me personally.
I mean, like, here's the thing. Here's
But
the
what-
thing.
this is what I play stupid
Okay,
too.
okay.
Because like when I get a feeling that a guy's like, like being nice or doing like extra things, like
Too
planting the
nice, yeah.
seeds. I like that's what I
planting
call
the seeds.
when he's planting the seeds. At one point when I start noticing, be like, I'll play stupid. I'll be like, no, this and that. When I feel like he's getting very aggressive and I feel like he's now coming towards me, then I'll shut it down. I'll be like, no, this is how it is.
I can see
Yeah.
Nate like, no,
It's like,
no.
bro,
no,
bro, you know my man.
no.
He don't play that. Back up.
Either way, like
But also, I'm sorry to cut you off, love. I do feel like sometimes women entertain it and they're so scared
Mhm.
of because the blowback is
Oh,
like now they
yes.
put up with it because it's
Yeah.
like, damn, I'm in too deep.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
the same vice
I
versa
mean,
with men.
it really
Like, they-
depends.
Because think about it, you don't want to cut somebody off because when you genuinely care for somebody, you know what I'm saying? It's like, say you were talking to me about your man. I'm giving you my ear, not necessarily because I want to get it in your pants or anything like that, but I just want to make sure that you're good.
Mhm.
And then what ends up happening is because you entertain that conversation, it just gets stronger and stronger.
They're having
And
problems.
now-
They're like, who can I go to right now?
Yeah. And you don't, and again, I think because it's in our nature, especially when you know you have a good heart and you just care about people's well-being, unfortunately, people take advantage of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that to me, that's crazy because
Yeah.
then you have certain people in relationships like, oh, don't talk to him, or you don't ever want to be that person.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is that emotional shit, I think we forget as people, like friendships, my friendship with you, my friendship with you, is intimate.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? To a certain degree.
Hold on, get the
Right,
camera on
of
me.
course.
Get the camera on me. Intimate. Yeah, you feel me? Jay's my boy.
Intimate.
He's my boy.
Get the camera on me.
Wait, the
Listen here.
camera on me. I have something to say.
Listen,
Thank you.
Oh,
I mean,
but I'm sorry to cut you off. Two comments in.
Motherfucker.
Two comments in coming in. For Mr. Horny God, he's asking, "Yo, where church at?" So you may have noticed, church and Brick aren't in right now. They're handling business things. Church, I believe,
He's
is
in-
globetrotting right now. He's in
Yeah.
England, I think, right now.
England? I thought he
England.
was in Africa.
He was
Oh,
in both.
He
He's in both?
he
In
was both.
both.
So,
he-
Church,
he's
Church
globetrotting
is
right now.
going international.
Yeah.
Like his name is Pitbull. You know,
Mr.
safe
305.
travels.
Yeah.
Hopefully he tuned in. And then I know Brick is tending to his business and his affairs. So, you know what I'm saying? It's only temporary. They'll be back soon.
Yeah, you already know how it is. And then Sal chimes in again, what we were talking about before. It's more so for attention. And I do believe that, Sal. I do believe
I
that
agree with
it is
that.
for attention because, again, that's where the emotional infidelity comes from, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Your
Yeah.
man or your girl isn't giving you the attention that you desire, that you
Mhm.
require to feel secure in a relationship. So you're going to go find that somewhere else. You're going to go find that from somebody who
Innocently
doesn't have
or
It's
intentionally.
not innocently, though. It's not.
I mean, it depends.
I think it's half and half. I think it can go 50-50.
Because if you're in the younger side, a
Uh-huh.
lot of like teenagers are still young.
yeah,
A lot of people don't know any better, so it's more like innocent.
yeah,
you
they don't
have
know where they
experience.
are right
If
now.
you're
yeah.
a grown adult, it's not innocent.
I always
should
feel
know better.
like the
Yeah.
way I treat it, honestly, say that you came to me and you have problems in your relationship, or you told me that you having problems. It's very simple. Call them. That's honestly, I think, is the best response. Like if you're in a
Communicate with your partner.
situation and you feel like, yo, it's kind of getting hot right now and you want to diffuse it, tell the person to call their man or call their girl. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, just
Sal says maybe not even a sense to say
A sense, maybe.
a sense of not having some, but just getting as much as they can get. You're talking about attention whores. You're talking
yeah.
about motherfuckers that like to seed
Those
that
are
shit
different.
just for the
Yeah,
fun.
attention
No,
whores
yeah.
are dangerous,
No,
bro.
yeah,
because
definitely.
like everything that they spew out is going to be toxic and it's
literally.
going to be misleading.
And like
Oh,
the
yeah.
attention whores for the attention whores for women is a bubbly girl. The attention whores for men is a suave guy.
Suave, suavemente,
Suave.
estable.
Suave. Suavemente, yes, But yeah, I, at least that's what I think. I think if a guy's like really smooth and like, and not even like chill, because that's a difference. But if you're like really smooth and everything, he can always somehow, he can always somehow find the way to make it like, watch out for that guy.
We call them silver
yeah.
foxes.
Yeah. And like, and if you got a chick, a woman, that's always
Women are
like,
dangerous
that's
when
always
it
like-
comes to that.
that's always like, like,
Oh,
Because I ain't gonna front. I'm guilty of that shit when I was younger, yo. Because when you're beefing with your partner, it's very easy to open up to a homegirl. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Easier than it is to open up to a homeboy. Because naturally,
yeah.
your homeboys gonna be like, "Yo, man, just go fuck some other bitches." Or,
Yeah,
or
he's gonna just tell you, hey
jump
man,
ship.
just leave her or go fuck up.
Yeah,
But
if some of
also-
my guy friends have problems like in their relationship,
Mhm.
like I know and I know some of my guy friends that are hard, to communicate or open up
Mhm.
because of, how men are in society. I'll be like, listen, I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not your homeboys. Like if you
But
need
you
somebody
said
to
right
talk
there,
to.
what you said is dangerous because that kind of
Right, but I make sure to set boundaries. Like
you know to do that.
yeah.
But in their head, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like when you do
Yeah.
something nice for somebody, and it's like, no, nigga, I did this shit because I was trying to be nice. I wasn't
Because
trying
with
to, you
women
know what I'm
it's
saying?
different. There's like two sides. There's someone who obviously, like they're manipulative and they want to like get at you,
Yeah.
but then there's also the ones who are genuinely care about your well-being, like
Yeah.
that understand that some men are going to be like, oh, stop being a pussy, like just be a man and don't cry about it, like that's it.
Yeah.
And those girlfriends are telling their guy friends like, hey, I'm not going to judge you, like you need to communicate with your partner about this.
That reminds me of when you said that at times you prefer a female barber
Yeah.
versus a male, because a lot of times, like as a man, as I'm 35 years old, I'll go seek help from a woman about certain topics because their approach, you know what I'm saying? It's more settled. It's more calm. It's not as aggressive. And I think people have a problem with filtering, especially if you're going to talk to somebody about problems. You're already in the wrong direction because I feel like you should talk to your partner about it.
Yeah.
But if you do go talk to a homegirl about it, about complaining about your chick, understand, dog, like the problem with that is things are going to be said that you could not say in front of your partner
Yeah.
to that person.
So be very careful, because when your homegirl or your homeboy or whatever, when they look at your partner the next time you're all lovey-dovey with them, they're gonna be hitting them with the side eye.
This is why my
Mhm.
mom always taught me to be careful to not spew your personal
problems,
life out in your
yeah.
Yeah,
problems to
keep it in the
people.
relationship.
Like when I'm like, that's it. Like I don't want this relationship to last anymore. I'm gonna tell my parents about it. Yeah, that's it. Once I tell my parents, it's over.
Yeah, because then
It's over.
Yeah.
My parents are gonna be like, no,
Terms
they
and
can't be in this house.
condition.
Yeah,
Because now you put yourself in a position where if you don't commit to it,
they're gonna be like, "Yo, what do you?
what
I
type of shit
fucking
is you
told
on?
you." And who wants to get hit
Yeah.
with the "I told you so" by your parents?
That's also why I think why people are quick to go talk to a stranger
Yeah,
most times
they-
because they
Mhm.
don't have that weight against them. They know, oh, I'm talking to her, but she don't know my family. They
Yeah.
don't know. She doesn't know my chick. So
I
it's
think
not
that's
like
why therapy works as well. Just being able to dump your problems on a stranger,
yeah,
because then like it's different. You can just like never see your therapist again. But if you got
Facts.
your home girl, your homeboy, whatever, you're
Mhm.
talking to them about your problems.
you're
Mhm.
committed
Right,
to
exactly.
the decisions that you said you're gonna make
Exactly.
behind it.
And then they're gonna hold you to it. They're gonna
Yeah.
hold you accountable. When, like, bro,
And
I
that's
thought
a whole nother stress
exactly.
right there.
I thought you said you were gonna stop like smoking or whatever, and you're like,
Mm.
yeah, bro, I know, man. Well, like, bro, come on, man.
It all really
It's fucking
boils
hard
down
out here.
to just being able to communicate with your partner, and
Yeah.
like you just have to know your partner's like the way of talking and you know how they are. Like I'm grateful that I don't need to worry about that with my partner because like we just get each other. It's just a good way of communicating.
We just click.
But you see, that takes time too.
Yeah.
That takes time. And that's why, like, in my opinion, honor that shit and thread carefully because there's a lot of people who would basically go out their way to destroy that shit.
Yep.
that's-
Speaking of
It takes
why-
time like individually like as people because
Yeah.
you let's say you meet a girl tomorrow and she knows how to communicate very well already and you're like
Mm.
oh wow
Red
that didn't
flag.
take any time at all because she's
Yeah.
had the experience.
Yeah, I'm feeling the same way.
Red flag.
Like, I don't, again, I don't,
It's a good thing.
I
It's
don't,
a good thing, but it's still a red flag.
It's-
Why?
it's-
Because she went through some shit.
yeah, like, you're too advanced.
Yeah.
Think about
Oh,
it.
like for you guys personally.
No, not even person. I
No,
mean, like
just in general.
I'm speaking generally. Like I say the same for a man and a woman.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
speaking for the person. The person, unless like that's how they grew up or whatever. If they come in and they already are like like
acquaint-
vocal and
Think about it. If you ever talk to a motherfucker and the person's, you're in your head like, damn, this motherfucker's been through some shit.
Yeah.
Like, I know you guys have.
Yeah.
Everyone, like, you meet these individuals where you're just talking to them. It's chill as hell. But when you really think about it, I'm like, damn, this person's been through something. And now you feel you have to thread carefully because it's like, damn, they're experienced in this.
Yeah.
I have to thread carefully because you don't want to make the wrong moves. And also now you might, I don't want to say you're composed to do it, but it's like now you're on a set term and you don't want to disappoint.
But if
So
they've been
you-
through it and they've gained experience from it and have healed and properly communicate, then it shouldn't be a red flag. Because
But how can you determine that though?
well, it takes time. You have to talk to
you're
them
right.
about
It
it.
takes time.
You
You're
have
absolutely
to
right.
determine that yourself.
Speaking of time, on to the next topic. So the next topic on the docket is
DACA?
docket.
What?
Don't make me don't start me off on sound effects. I'll just fucking go off all night.
I see.
Has social media has social media shortened attention spans?
Clearly it has on you.
Tongue twister.
Clearly it has on you. Yes.
So
I'll let you start this one off because you chose this.
yeah,
one.
no, I am the fucking I literally my boys, they know me that
Why are you touching yourself?
my chest was itchy. And even
Let him touch himself.
yeah.
It's a free world, Jason.
Nah, no fucking ain't. Okay.
Okay. So my boys know me that whenever they see me on my phone, they know I'm just like scrolling through like meme apps or whatever. And like they're always like getting on me. They're always like getting on me about like how I'm just like I'm spaced out, emotionless, right? Expressionless, just
You the
fucking
Terminator.
yeah. And I'll be back. Just like I'm just like on my phone, just like and like they would see me like liking memes, but
Mhm.
my face doesn't change. So like Ben, you're just fucking zombified going through fucking memes. You're not even just like hitting like. You're not even looking at them. You're just hitting like. And I do that, but that's because like some of the memes that I see, I analyze them like in a split fucking second, and I
Mhm.
absorb the fucking serotonin, and I just move on to the.
How do you
next
do
one.
that? I've been looking at memes on Twitter, or
He's on
whatever. and
autopilot, yo.
this will literally be me at work. Like if they're super dead, I'm just there like Like I literally laugh out loud.
No,
And
there's
my coworkers looking with his face, and I'm like, look at me.
Psychotic ass. I'm like,
No,
nah, someone
there's
need to call
literally-
HR on your
I
ass.
could literally
There's
just
something wrong
like
with you.
just like go through. I was like, yep. That's funny.
I
Yep,
have
that's
to laugh
funny,
out
that's funny,
loud.
Yep. And so like, but no, and there are if you go on TikTok, right, and I'm sure some of the viewers at home watching, you can probably relate to this. If you go on TikTok, you would see like those videos where it's like a text to speech video, right?
Mhm.
And it's like they're just like telling off a story or whatever, and in the background of that text to speech video there's something else happening. With the trend with TikTok, it's like the Reddit threads, and in the background the Subway Surfers or whatever. So like it's like two different things happening at once to keep your attention on that, right? And that's another thing with like the where it initially started out from was Vine. Vine was where it
for
was you have to be funny immediately or
Yeah.
else, right? So it was always 7 seconds. You have to fucking
there was no
fucking hit it.
intro. Like
There was
you
no-
just had to be
literally-
on the money.
literally.
Like
there was no build up. It was just the punchline immediately.
Creating
right?
hooks.
Exactly. The hook had to be there immediately. Like you had to immediately get their attention. And like now that you can have like now me personally, whenever I see videos that are fucking at least on social media, because I can sit down and watch some shit on YouTube or whatever. But if
Mr.
I'm
Honey got do it for the vine.
do it for the Vine, I ain't gonna do it. What's
I
the
ain't gonna
dog
do it.
doing? But do it for the dick. All right.
See, that's that bullshit.
Yeah.
Put the camera on me real quick. You see that's that bullshit. That's that bullshit.
My humor is too advanced
Nah,
for
man.
him, bro.
See, I was dancing, having a good time. So he said, "Do it for the dick." That's that bullshit. Stop playing with me. You find that funny?
Yes, I do.
What's so funny about it?
Because it's just funny. There's no
Yeah.
need to analyze it, Jason. It's just funny.
When you analyze jokes, they're no longer funny, J-Man. What was I saying? Lost my train of thought. Do you anyone else want to take it?
Yes.
Oh,
You
yeah,
proved
it's
our
like-
point. You proved our point. Doesn't take control of your mind.
Yes.
Sir Ben 10 has proven that.
I am
May
the
that be the
meme
ADHD
connoisseur.
talking?
It might be undiagnosed though.
Same.
So if I see a video on
Clearly.
social media that's longer than like 15 seconds, I'm not fucking watching that shit.
Are you serious?
Yeah. If it's longer than 15 seconds, I start to get anxious. Like I physically start to get anxious.
Unless it's like a story time.
Yeah, unless it's a story time. But if it's just like some shit, I'm literally like, when is this video gonna end?
I feel
When is
like-
this video gonna
well,
end?
I feel like yes, it programs you. It does. Yo,
Yeah.
social media is a fucking weapon, bro.
For instant gratification. That's how
It's
you
a weapon,
that's how you
bro.
control the
Yeah.
minds
It's
of
a
the
weapon.
youth. Bro, I remember as a kid, and I used to think this was so weird. How they would always call TV like television programming or whatever.
Mhm.
I remember sitting down and thinking about it, like, you know, like
It
oh,
is.
it's programming. Like, what is the meaning behind programming? What happens when you program something that you fucking hit it with code and it fucking acts a certain way, right?
Yeah.
So I remember I would think to myself,
Damn, you kind of fucked me up right now.
I remember I would think to myself as a kid, I'd be like, yo, if I was like an alien, or like if I was like if I had like gone to another country, the number one way to learn how a society acts is just to watch their TV. Just sit down and watch TV for a bit and you'll know how it is to be the person of that
TikTok.
society. TikTok, literally.
TikTok.
And if you go to fucking, and I'm sure a lot of people have already seen this, you go to fucking China or whatever, you see their
Yeah.
fucking
Their
TikTok.
algorithm is
They're
completely
way different.
fucking-
Way
they're
different.
putting engineers.
Yeah, dude,
there's
all the cool
scientists.
shit.
Here, they're going.
Period.
Like, come on, bro. Like that shit, boy. That's it. Listen, that shit hurt, bro. I'm here, yo. When I saw that shit, bro.
Bro, I feel bad
Bro.
for high schoolers, bro. I feel bad for you guys, bro. Middle schoolers, high schools, I feel you are literally in the worst fucking generation to be around fucking retards. I'm sorry, to be around. No, fuck it, retards, all right? I'm
That's what I'm talking about.
sorry.
That's what I'm talking about. Speak your mind, dog. No
Like, bro,
eggshells over here.
Like, dude, and it's just, honestly, it's crazy. And I remember talking about this with one of our buddies at work.
Yeah.
The algorithms, how like these algorithms, they have you down to a science.
Yep.
They know what you're thinking of before you even fucking think of it, dude. Right? You're not even talking about this. You're not
thinking
talking,
it.
You're thinking it.
Sounds
You-
like every new gen says that. Yeah. And every gen that says that is correct.
It's correct. Has it gotten any better? I don't fucking think so. Right? And Mr. Horny Gus says I'm getting canceled, whatever.
Nice try. That's
but-
never gonna happen.
yeah,
You hear
nice
me?
try,
Look at me when I
bozo.
speak to you.
Open your mouth when I
We
speak to you.
ain't
Pick your
getting
chin up.
canceled.
Like it's picture date.
Go ahead. You say that in the camera because that shit was just weird.
Run that shit back. When you speak to me, pick your head up, open your mouth. it's a meme. He gets it. Mr. Honey God gets it.
I don't feel safe.
But what was I saying? Oh yeah, okay. And they have you down to a code. They have you down to a code. And so, like, imagine you're thinking about something, right? You open up social media and you're already getting ads for it.
Yep.
Right?
That shit is scary as hell.
As a human being, your mind may be complex, but your habits are not.
Facts.
And fucking Instagram,
days, baby.
Dude, information is the currency of the modern era.
But you want to know what? Like, when you want to use that like as your advantage, it doesn't work. Because I'll be like thinking, damn, what was that funny TikTok video, that funny meme that I saw the other day, and I can't remember it. And I'll be saying it out loud to my phone on purpose. I'll be like, what was it?
Here,
and then I'll literally I'll be going through and I won't see it. And I'm like, useless for nothing.
That's the worst thing. The number one thing worse than heartbreak is fucking accidentally refreshing on a meme that you couldn't save.
And then the algorithm won't fix it for you.
For my old ass is when you're on fucking Facebook and you're watching a video and that bitch refreshes. That shit gets me mad. It's usually when it gets good and you're just like, fuck, bro. Why didn't I share it?
Like if you're on TikTok and you like it before it finishes and then it refreshes, at least you can go back to your videos.
Yeah,
but if you don't like it, you're screwed. That's it.
TikTok has made me, let me tell you, and I gotta be honest, TikTok has never, if anything has ever made me had a nigga moment, it would be TikTok. Cause TikTok be having me embarrassed, dog. I'm like, damn, why my people gotta be like this?
Bro, they just show like the most caricature version of all races.
Yeah.
You do not get the best of the best on fucking American TikTok, bro. You don't. You get the biggest fucking dummies and the a-holes, bro. You get
it's like the special eds kids are running social media, bro. I saw a video. Remember the video I showed you? Buddy's like, oh, I'm gonna take a perk. And I'm just like,
Papa Perky,
how does he have a million? But he has 1 million people. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
I just took 850 milligrams of fucking, I don't know. What was that shit? I feel like
Valium or something.
Yeah, whatever.
Sound like
back inside. Yeah.
Like, bro, it's crazy shit.
No, but I'll tell you
That's how we are, though. That's literally how we are. Like, y'all see this shit. Listen, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe, especially if it's your first time. But at least.
Oh, and let me just say before you go on, let me just say I'm having can I get a white shot? I'm having a great time. We've been out for like 3 weeks.
Yes.
I'm having a really great time. I forgot how fucking fun it is just to come up here and have you guys sitting in with us. And bro, thank you guys so much. Yeah, honestly, thank you guys so much.
Say something. Gosh.
So rude.
Don't pay mind to her.
Yeah,
the problem is Miss Nate, she's a gangster. She's a whole gangster.
No, yeah,
tell him how gangster
she shifted her jaw. We're in trouble.
First of all, do not yell at me.
Oof.
I don't like when you yell at me.
I'm sorry.
You were like, say something, and I'm like, I don't think I want to.
See, that's gangster. That's the problem with today's age, man. Y'all don't respect your elders. Yeah, I'm older than you. I can say that.
That time does fly, Mr. Horny God. Time does fly. But back in there, and so but yeah, dude, social media. I mean, I guess I'm like Exhibit A.
No, you're a perfect prime example, dog. Like, yo, because I ain't gonna front. We'll be at work, and I'm like, dog. Like he is, and it's not problematic, but it's like, yo,
I just be out of it.
He's like, yo, the shell is there, but ain't nobody home.
That be happening to me too sometimes, though. Yeah. Like I'll just space out and I'll just be like in my own thoughts.
See, but I'm the opposite. Like I could multitask, and people think I'm not paying attention. I catch everything, bro. I'm like,
I can't multitask.
Bro, like literally,
like,
sometimes
I'll be on my pad, like, who the fuck you talking to? You heard what I said? Yeah, I heard what you said. Who the fuck you talking to?
I cannot multitask.
No, I can't.
For the life of me.
It's one thing and one thing only, or else.
I'll be like, wait.
Get a motorcycle.
And I'll talk slower. I'll be like, wait a minute.
Get a motorcycle. You'll learn to multitask.
But yeah.
It does program.
It does program you.
Unfortunately, I think that's where the moral compass comes in of having a good grounded foundation of how you're raised. Because think about it. Even as an old head like myself, that shit takes me like that.
Yeah.
So when you talk about that, if you don't have no standards, if you don't have like a good head on your shoulders, that shit is going to consume you.
No, honestly, and like sometimes when I meet new people, they get like the wrong idea about me because like of the shit
I
that
don't
I
want
say.
anybody to get the wrong idea about me. I ain't got nothing to hide. I want the world to see me.
So like they get the wrong idea about me because like, you know, you guys know me when you first met me, I just say like fucking crazy shit, right? I just say some of the wild. I mean, I still do.
I'll be real with you. When I
Okay.
first met you, Doug, so we did your interview, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, all right, bro. Listen, we interview all types of people, but he comes in. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna ask him a serious, standard fucking question. I said, yo, here's a piece of paper. Write something. He the only one who wrote something. The only one. Common sense. That's honestly, if you're ever going to a job interview for anything, employers look for something called common sense, a sense that's not common, because you won't believe what some other individuals wrote on that paper. And I'm just like,
I would ask, what do you mean? And you just said something repeatedly. I'd be like,
write something.
something.
But common sense. A sense that's not common.
The thing is,
but you are weird, my G.
I am weird. The thing is, like when I got there, I remember the interview. I got there, and I forgot who brought it up, but like my last name was brought up, and
Baptiste,
yeah,
me.
and he was like,
I knew he's
Haitian. And I was
Haitian.
like, it's like, yeah, man. He was like, so I was like,
Listen, when you dealing with Haitians, yo, listen, I'll tell you like I told my sister, certain places you can't say you're Haitian. Like, yo, if you work in an airport, I'm gonna be like, yo, just say you're Christian. Don't say you're Haitian, yo. Oh, you Haitian? No, I'm Christian. Because, yo, that information could be dangerous. I remember working, Doug, and I had this one dude, the earthquake had just hit Haiti.
Yeah.
Dude's like, oh, I got a Rolls Royce. I'm like, you have a Rolls Royce and you're coming to Best Buy to basically get this work done? All right.
Okay.
Mind you, this is like maybe 2009,
yeah,
right? Right after the earthquake. So I'm trying to be as professional as I possibly can. This dude basically, oh, you Haitian? You Haitian? I'm like, yeah, what's your last name? And I kept changing topic. Like,
Yeah,
I just kept trying to change the topic. And I love my people. Don't get it wrong. But we some cheap motherfuckers out here. Cheap. So this dude comes in a Rolls Royce. The Rolls Royce is from 1985, bro.
Oh, nice.
1980. It ain't nice. This
Oh.
thing got more cracks than Harlem. Okay, the whole thing is. So he's like, yeah, man, lots of devastation, you know, in Haiti. How about a discount? How about you help your peoples? I'm like, how does me giving you a discount on the radio going to help you with the situation in Haiti? But this is why you don't always want to say like where you're from or give out your last name. I don't know if it's like that for Hispanics. Like, do you guys ask for like people's last names like that to see if you ring a bell?
No, I think Hispanics just look at each other and just fucking know.
They just, yeah.
They just go. Because like with some, like some, I think it's my facial structure, honestly, that sets me apart from like an African American. Like, I mean, like a base African. I don't mean like someone
that doesn't sound racist as fuck.
I don't mean like someone
that
that
sound
came,
racist,
bro. Okay, you know what? I don't mean to sound racist, but I don't have a hat. We about to go there. I'm about to say something, all right, that might get me in trouble, but I don't care, bro. African Americans that were born here in America, generation after generation, they look different from Native Africans, bro. They look different from Islanders, bro, and that's facts. Don't fucking tell me I'm wrong. I mean, you can't tell me if I'm wrong.
He's not wrong.
They look different.
I just would have said it in a different manner.
They look different.
I mean, yeah, it's the same thing as if you take like a white person who's like a white American or a white Hispanic or a white European.
Facts.
Like,
you know,
the facial structure is different. You know, it just
the demeanor
the bone
is different.
structure
the demeanor is
different.
different. The bone structure. Like I have like high cheeks, I got a nice chin.
Let me ask you.
big head.
You be feeling yourself, huh?
I do.
You be feeling.
Keep looking in the mirror, like
No.
He be biting his lip in the mirror. I ain't gonna front. We be leaving work, dog, and he put his hair up and shit, and I'm like, all right, cool. Next thing you know, he's just in the camera like.
No, bro. Literally, whenever I walk past, this is me being vain. Whenever I walk past any reflective surface, I look at myself. Like
me too.
Like, bro, there's like where we work. You know, like the
common sense is a sense that's not common. The statement all true nowadays.
Yeah.
Richard Steele, you're 100 on that, homie. 100. I cannot stand racists and xenophobes. One of my greatest employees was a Haitian descent, and he worked hard. It wasn't for the systemic racism, I would have given him the raise he deserved. Hey man,
Hey,
I
yo,
appreciate you even saying that, my
Big
G.
factuals,
Because
Rich.
real shit, not enough of those topics get said. So thank you for sharing that with us. And I
No,
agree
you're-
with you
you're not
100%,
wrong,
my
yeah.
brother. 100%.
The system as it was a while ago, and it's trickling down now, but as it was a while ago, not too long ago, actually, it was actually built up against minorities. Whether you're a Black, Hispanic, or whatever, it was
Facts.
built up against, people like us. Now back to me. Whenever I
Conceited ass.
Yeah, but you know what? But you got what I was saying.
Yeah. You want
Well,
sexy he bitch.
I'm one sexy he bitch. I feel myself, bro. Like even now, I got my
I ain't
hair,
going front,
my hair in
dog.
the ponytails. You feel me?
You
Or-
got the
yeah.
juice.
Or
Yeah.
reflective surface,
No.
you're like fixing your hair.
No, literally, I am very vain. I'm
Nate
very
makes me feel ugly.
vain. That's not a feeling.
Shut up, you are beautiful.
Damn, dog. Damn.
Hey yo.
You had to be that harsh?
Hey yo.
You're not even going to defend me?
First of all, I said, shut up, you are beautiful. But you're
That's
not
a
beautiful.
damn lie. 'Cause- What are you sucking on? Your teeth?
Myself.
That's a Haitian trait all day.
Um,
I can't even suck on my.
You should learn to love yourself.
No, but
to
I
be
love
Jason
him.
doesn't
beautiful.
like this, but I think he's handsome. He has soft eyes. I always tell him that. He doesn't like it. Look, he's just looking at me empty. No, he's looking away. I always tell him he has soft eyes.
Ain't nobody got soft eyes.
Says the guy with the softest eyes in the room.
I don't have soft eyes. This boy is delusional.
Yo, you guys,
Something wrong with him.
when we start interviewing people out in the street, bro.
I will fight you. I will fight you and I will bite your freaking ear off. Don't do that.
Ooh.
Don't put me.
Do not punish him with a good time. That's all I have to say.
You're not helping. You encourage
He
this
said it.
behavior.
He
yo.
said it.
Just know this: when we go out there and we start interviewing you guys, I'm gonna apologize in advance. I don't know what these two are capable of. I just know it's gonna be a hell of a good time, yo. Van is the one extremely handsome dude, and that's
That's on baby. That's on baby. That's on
Mm.
Gangham. On Mo. That's on Lucy
That's on
Street.
period.
Oh,
I agree.
Overcast. Let's
I
go.
agree.
All right.
But
So,
continue before
all right.
you
So
rock.
now, we're done with the topics. There's one more, but I don't want to take too much time on it. We'll take it up for another time. So now we're on the, we're going to react to some videos for you guys.
Just keep in mind, these videos, boy, listen, I'm happy and excited about this because we're getting my whole old head self and we're hearing young people's mindset on it. So enjoy.
So this video up next, just give me a second.
I'm not in the market for no high.
Hi. All right. So all right, let me start the video. Okay. So we're gonna let's get it started. All right.
value man. I'm in the market for a hardworking blue collar man. When he's my husband, he can get a meal out of me. But when he's my boyfriend, if I cook something, if I got something left over on the stove, baby, you can go make you a plate. But I work just as hard as you do. I'm a business owner. I have my own home. I have my own everything. So at the end of the day, you stay in your house, I stay in my house. If you come over and I have some shit on the stove, you better make you a plate and eat that. But if you're my husband and you come home from work and I come home from work and I decide to cook something or whether I order something, I'm gonna make sure it's hot and fresh and I'm gonna get it to you. If my friends don't like you, there's a reason, because I have some very good friends. We've been friends for years. You're not going to tell me what I can and cannot wear, because when you met me, I dressed like this. And I don't even dress slutty or anything like that. I dress a little spicy, but not slutty. I don't be out here with tits and ass and shit out. But you're not going to tell me who and how or what I'm supposed to do with my body, because it's mine. I'm not in the market for.
So before
I even start, I want you two to go ahead.
Yeah.
But Nate,
Yeah.
I want to hear your input on it.
We were talking about this earlier before.
Yeah.
And it was getting hella
we
real.
were getting up about it.
It's
Yeah.
like,
whoa.
We might post that. We might post that.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna tell y'all, I'm about to take him to church. I'm about to take this
Church.
woman to
Church.
Where is
you at?
church?
Where are you at?
Church, where are you?
But yeah, we were talking about it. We were talking about it earlier before we started the cast, so that's definitely something you guys should check out when we do post it. It's not going to be live. It's like backroom stuff. It's like behind the scenes type. Bloopers, baby. So that's going to be for you guys. We're cooking that up for you guys. So look out for that.
Because y'all worth it.
Yeah, worth it.
Every single one of y'all is worth it.
Get it.
All right, baby. Let me hear what you got to say.
Okay. Honestly, I right off the bat, I don't really see
Oh,
or
your
hear
man
an
is watching.
issue with what she said. Like I told you before, she seems like a very confident woman. She has high standards.
Mhm.
You know, my mom always taught me, you know, don't do everything for a man because you're gonna get used to it. You know,
Okay.
she taught me to not be the traditional woman, to be independent, to
Mm.
love and cherish my partner, that we're equals because
Mhm.
she, you know, she's married and she obviously grew up in a traditional marriage and a household, and she just doesn't want that for me because she can see like
She wants
some
you
of the
to be
ugly sides.
sufficient.
Yeah,
She doesn't want you to deal with the
nonsense.
with the bad
the
sides
nonsense and the
yeah.
bullshit.
No, I definitely think what you said, them getting up.
Yeah, and no, because when she said about like if they're dating, if
Yeah.
you know she has a boyfriend, you know, you guys live separately, you know, he comes over. If she has leftovers, he'll do it. Like that just goes to show like girlfriends don't treat your boyfriends like husbands
Mm.
because then maybe they won't want to marry you or they won't
Mm.
want to put a ring on your finger. You know?
Put the camera on me. I'm hearing what she's saying. For
Alright.
the viewers who are like me and come from my era.
Well, it's Benzo's turn.
No, you gonna go. But I just want to let you know.
From
I hear her.
from a
He
woman's
hears her.
the camera on me. Okay, thank you. From the women's view, as far as
Look at
what
the
I
camera.
have to say, you know, that's just my side.
I just want to say I love
Yeah.
how we're just like, put the camera on me. Let me say something
Something
real
to say.
quick. But I think what Nate is saying is definitely right. Because you can find yourself in a situation where like
Ooh,
you're
Richard
doing-
still likes you.
Richard still likes me.
Ben,
Rich,
please do not feel ashamed. If I could, I would stand behind the mirror watching you check yourself out all day. Yes, yes, yes. The
Richay,
secret to a healthy
Richay.
relationship is equality.
Fans.
So yeah, no, Richard
Damn,
is
I ain't
right
gonna front, I'm a
though.
little jealous.
Rich is
now.
right. Rich.
Yeah, you see, that's bullshit.
Rich is right though. The secret to a healthy relationship is equality. Because
Yes.
Richard, yeah.
you know, and here's the thing, you also should not rush that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
My last relationship, the chick that I was with, she would cook for me, right?
Mm.
She would do that for me, even though like we weren't living together, but when I would come over, she'd cook for me or whatever. And one of the things that she always lorded over my head was that, oh, I'm doing all these wifey things on a
Mhm.
girlfriend budget, right?
Mm.
And so like, and at the time I was like, oh, you know, she's right. I should step it up more and stuff like that. But I think back on it and realized like, bro, I was doing my thing, right? I
Yeah.
was doing what I had to. I was giving her praise when she deserved praise. I'm not, that's just me.
She
I'm
should
not
do
one.
those things because
Yeah.
she wants to,
She
not because she
wants to, not-
expects you to do it in
exactly, bro.
return.
This is something
Okay.
that you want, that you have to want to do.
Yeah.
Right. And yes, it's okay to expect it, but that doesn't mean that once you get it, you start fucking slipping up. Right.
You should just communicate that.
Exactly. You have to communicate that kind of stuff. And it messed with me for a while after we broke up because it fed into like ideas or my own sense of like inadequacy. Right. When I realized that like, bro, like I just wasn't like pampering her, like princessing her or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm not one to give empty praise, right? I'm not gonna just say some shit just because you want to hear it.
Just cause.
I'm gonna
It needs to have reason.
exactly. I'm gonna say it because it's earned, because it's merited, right? Shit like that. And so my whole thing is with that young lady or with that lady on the screen. I know she's not young. With that
Damn
lady
right
on the
she
screen,
ain't.
yeah. With that lady on the screen is that her attitude is all wrong.
Stank.
Like,
ass.
bro, it's one thing to be assertive and know what you want and
Mhm.
have and set that for the relationship. But when you're coming at it like that, standoffish, argumentative,
Ain't no man dealing with that shit.
don't no man want it. Don't no woman want it, bro. Like on everything. Nobody
Yeah.
wants an argumentative partner unless you're into that. But
Yeah.
I mean, like
Yeah,
the
unless you're
average
into
person, the average person does not want an argumentative partner, right? The average person does not want things thrown in their face, right? Imagine like you're with your girl or your partner and they cook and you're like, and then like they just come to you and they're like, oh, I'm cooking, I'm doing all these things, and you're just you're eating shit, you lazy, right? No one wants any of that. So I think what she's saying is valid, right? To a degree. It's valid to a degree. Why? Because one, her attitude's all wrong. And two, how are you going to secure the man if you're not showing that you're willing to do your wifely duties? How are you going to secure the woman if you're not willing to do your husbandly duties?
that's
I'll
real shit.
admit,
right?
like, you know, I'll sometimes
No, you
want to
can't
cook.
retract your statement.
I'm not
You
retracting
cannot
my
retract
statement.
your statement. You said what you had to
Put the
say.
camera on me.
I'm
I was gonna
take your ass to
say.
church, girl.
I'm not retracting my statement, but I will add that sometimes I will do wifey duties, like I'll cook for my partner because that's just how I like to show my
No,
affection.
and it's good to do that.
And I won't expect it in return because that's just something that I want to do.
It's good to do that within reason here and there.
Here
right?
and there.
You know?
Here and now, I promise to love faithfully. You're all I need. Oh shit. Never mind, yo.
But
My mistake, my bad.
But it can get to a bad point to where, like, if your partner is expecting you to do something, but they're not putting up, right? They're not putting in the chips to fuel it, right?
Mhm.
So, you know, and like, bro, and here's the thing.
That's all y'all took.
And yeah, she had a bad attitude. Oh, and something else. You guys may have noticed, or you may not have noticed, but there was SpongeBob playing in the
If
background.
anybody can figure out what episode it is, please
Yes,
put it in
please
the comments. It
put it in
has
the
been
comments.
bugging our brains.
Literally.
Tell
dude.
you what, if y'all could figure out what episode it is, we'll give you a special shout out. Yo, straight up.
We'll get you in the studio. We'll interview you.
If I may, right? And I'm speaking as an old head.
Yeah.
I'm a traditional man, very traditional. That's how I grew. That's how I grew up. That's how I was raised. Right? You got to catch people on what they say and how they act on that. I'm not against what you're saying. I'm not against what you're saying. You are right. You can't basically fold over deep and automatically start doing the wifey duties without working for that title.
That's a type of love bombing.
Yeah.
It is. However, look at her demeanor and look at what came out her mouth. Let's wind back. I'm looking for a blue-collared man, right? But here you are. Number one, and this is where a lot of women make this mistakes. Y'all don't know us like y'all know each other. Women know other women. Y'all don't know men. Clearly that has showed. And the reason why I say that is we don't give a about you having your own business. We don't give a shit about you having your own career. We really do not.
No,
we'll support you on that.
But
We want you to be independent. We want you to be well off. But the reality is we don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, we're not getting with you because of that.
That's not
You know,
why we're getting with you.
That's just like
now,
additional.
if you want to talk about a blue collar man, right? Now, obviously, a blue collar man is one who works a regular job, not that corporate CEO type life, right?
Blue collar is like 60, 70 maybe K.
Average.
Yeah.
How is it that you think you're going to find a man with that type, number one, attitude and with your demeanor like that? You're talking, you said so many freaking, and again, I don't really believe in red flags because I try to understand the red flags, but I call a spade a spade. You understand what I'm saying? You're talking about, oh, I got this, I got that. If he got his own crib, I got my own crib, he could come over, he could serve himself. Were you raised in a barn? That's still a guest.
Yeah.
If you're coming to my house, we could be best friends. I'm going to serve you as a guest. That means I'm going to cater to you. That has nothing to do about being in a relationship. That has everything about being a good hospitality type person. The fact that you don't have that discipline is why I laugh at her. Then you're going to say, oh, I listen to what my friends have to say. Woman, you a grown-ass woman. You better understand something. Misery needs company. You want to follow your friends? I guarantee your friends are single because the ones who are married ain't dealing with that bullshit. Y'all really think you guys have a science. And this is not all women, but this is the modern woman that is toxic because she doesn't even acknowledge her bullshit. She thinks she's the prize in this. You listing all these things. You don't listen to your homegirls. Then you're going to say, I'm going to dress how you met me. Here's a fun fact. And this is going to go whether you're black, Spanish, white, whatever. Your content, a character will always be in question when it comes to being represented. Meaning, if you got a piercing here on your chest with a little diamond, trust me, a self-respecting man is not going to feel comfortable with you showing that out to his business partners.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's something that, oh, that's how you met. You're right. But at the same time, how real are you being when you meet that individual for you to even have to say that?
But then the argument shifts to she shouldn't have to lower her standards for anyone.
No, you're absolutely right. But at what point to where her standards will leave her fucking single?
Facts.
At what point can their
Because
standards?
That's
be
a her
set?
problem.
She said,
You're
yeah,
absolutely
exactly.
right. You're
She said
absolutely
herself, I'm looking for a blue collar. The truth of the matter is, a lot of women, especially nowadays, especially in my age bracket, are upset because the way they live their life, it limited their options. They don't like their options. That's why they're reacting the way they are acting now. And I'm sorry to tell you, I'll keep it 100. If you acted right the first time, you would have a better selection than you do now. The fact that you're going to say, oh, I got my own business, I'm not going to be doing no wifey duties till I get a ring on it. Listen, if you don't strive for greatness, how the fuck are you ever going to become great? And it's the same thing in a relationship. Now, me personally, you can ask any of my exes. I am a traditional man. I'm not going to bend over head over heels for you, but I will do my job. It is my job. If that means if you come to my house, I got to make sure you eat. In a relationship, the way it goes, you have to eat before I do. That's the terms and condition. I'm traditional. You get what I'm saying? It is my job to take care of you. That is the long run of it. But the fact that she has a front up, she basically shot herself in the foot. Because what self-respecting man's going to want to deal with that? You already said you're going to put your friends before me. Well, guess what? Your friends are not investing their time with you. Your friends are not laying their heads down with you. You got to cut that umbilical
Because
cord.
literally, as soon as your friends fucking get a man,
Yeah,
they're gonna be
you
nowhere to
looking
be
stupid.
found.
You're gonna be looking
Like, bro,
hella stupid.
I'm not even like trying to say that to like sound like a misogynist because it happens on both sides, men or
Facts.
women. Bro,
Facts.
you got the guys talking all this shit about chicks or whatever, talking shit on your girlfriend or what have you. But as soon as they find a little mama, they're nowhere to be found. But then that's the meme. The homie's fucking gone once he gets a girl. I'll see him again in 6 months. Type B.
And that's cool.
Like,
I'm cool
right?
with that because that's what it's a job. You don't get with somebody just to basically be still chilling with your friends. You're building with that person. This is not high school. This is a grown woman talking like this. And from the sounds of it, if you got SpongeBob in the back, I'm guessing you got children.
Kids. You got kids, bro. You know she got kids.
So now you got children, and this is your requirements. You're already a fucking liability. Let's not bullshit. You may not like what I'm saying, but correct me if I'm wrong.
It's just a general truth. It's not the truth for everyone, but it's like generally like
be at peace.
Yeah. Like, bro,
be at peace. Why become so vulgar? Because right there, that type of toxic trait that she's showing, no self-respecting man is going to want to deal with that. We're turned off by that.
No, yeah, because
it's like what value do I bring to your life if you have that mindset?
Who wants to fight for what's the word? For control, I guess, in the relationship. Who wants to actively every day fight for control? Again, unless you're into it.
At least now you know what you don't want.
Facts.
You see it on the internet, you're like, I don't like this.
And but the thing is, it's getting popularized.
Facts.
It's getting popularized.
Praising that ignorance is a fucking problem. Man.
So yeah, that's one chick out of like the fucking thousands of girls that are on social media that are doing that, right? And then you got the other on the flip side, you got the men that are like, oh, stay toxic, my kings, or whatever. Like that. There's a video that's like, oh, I called my ex, and when she hung up, I was like,
I always have dinner prep for my wife before she comes home. In return, her boyfriend allows her to watch TV. Oh shit. Yeah,
that's that poly. Hey. But yeah, the meme is like, oh yeah, that's why I didn't stop fucking with you because you're always entertaining your exes. Stay toxic, my kings, right? Those are the two extremes. It's
very immature.
Right? Yeah, and it's not cute. It makes no sense. It's not.
Because then what happens, right? You pull it up again real quick. I just look at the way she presents herself.
I'm not in the market for no high value man.
Like, bro, look, you got the fucking
hand gestures. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, use a 304.
Yeah.
Use a city girl, bro. Use a straight up C304. Meaning you're saying you want a blue collar man, but what you really want is a man who's going to be submissive to your bullshit.
You want a man that you're not going to respect. She has the big gaudy earrings, the fucking nose. I don't think there's anything wrong with nose piercings.
No, but she got the Lizzo factor right now. She got the nose
piercing. She got the shit on her freaking titty and our what is it, cleavage? There you go. She got the shit on her cleavage. Now there's no, if you have fucking big tits, whatever,
there's no problem.
You can't hide that, whatever, bro. Tetonas, fucking grande tetonas, all up in my fucking face. Tetonas. That's for the fucking
Yeah, tetas are like, wow, she's got nice tetas, like
But
big boobs. But tetonas, I don't. It's not a word.
Tetonas.
That sounds like
it's not a
food.
word,
Yeah.
but
I hear
it's,
plátanos, tetonas.
Yeah,
Let me get tetonas with
that's
some
tostones.
crema.
And what you doing when you see them like that?
What do you
put
do?
it in your mouth. Yeah. Put it. Anyways, she has the piercing on her freaking chest.
She's a
The
304.
big gaudy earrings. The
But
fucking.
I do
the
want to
fucking-
say this. I
She
do want
has
to say
the
this.
shit on her
Yeah.
fucking face.
The butterflies.
I do. Yeah. Like
Now, do you see what I was looking at that you guys weren't?
what? Oh, like
her house.
That's
her
what-
demeanor.
that's-
Yeah. No, I
but that's
saw
what,
that.
That's
But like,
what older men
Yeah.
look at.
and like, here's the
We
thing.
look at that hard body because, a woman is a man's investment. If I
mean-
choose to deal with you, I'm investing the one thing I can't get back. That's my time.
The only thing she's missing is the clickety clack nails.
Yeah.
but who knows?
No.
Maybe her personal experience. She probably
No,
dated guys that she treated them like a wife, and it just went south.
No,
So maybe
and-
from personal experience, that's why she's saying that.
She is and it is her right to say that, right?
Yeah.
But if you
got to
put
go
that,
on
yeah,
IG,
if you put that to
Come
social
on.
media and
You're
you're
a
just letting
clown.
everyone know that you have a chip on your shoulder,
Yeah,
so
you're a
you better
clown.
come correct when you step to me.
With
You
no
feel me?
context,
Who's
yeah.
gonna want to fucking deal with that, bro?
You're a
Like
clown.
honestly, dude. And like
That's clown
shit.
another thing is like, right? Like we're talking about her appearance, right? But like some chick can look a certain type
we're
of
talking
way.
about her appearance
that-
and her character
Yeah.
that she's showing us
The
right
content of her character. Some chick could look a certain type of way, right? Like she
Mhm.
could have the fucking clickety clack or the big eyelashes or the big the piercings,
And
whatever,
be a bookworm.
or like tattoos. Yeah, she could be a bookworm. She could be a nerd, a
Yeah.
geek. She could be a goth or whatever. Your personality isn't always determined based on how you look.
Facts. It's the
But
content of your character.
Yeah, but it sometimes it is an indicator, right? But here's the thing: she could look that way and be like the sweetest person you ever met, but I wouldn't be able to know because
Facts.
my only
Look at
experience
the
with her
body
is that
language.
she's
Look
fucking-
at the hand gestures.
because
Look
people
at the
judge a book by its
attitude.
cover.
Yeah, no, not even then. Like, yeah, people judge a book by its cover, but now
Always.
she's giving us the contents
Yeah.
of her book.
Right.
And I don't want to
Exactly.
fucking read that shit.
Ain't nobody,
Alright.
ain't no man. On to the
Yeah,
next.
on to the next one. And this
So
one,
final thoughts.
yeah. Look,
Do you feel she's wrong?
I don't know her whole story, but I do agree with you guys. And her taking it to social media, it could definitely.
it
you know,
hurts
no?
her in the
Yeah.
end.
Yes or no?
What?
Do you feel she's wrong for the way she executed her idea?
Oh, I mean,
Yes or
she
no?
definitely could have executed it differently
Yes or
on
no?
social media.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes or no?
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. guys.
Yes.
I don't.
I gotta give you a
pressure.
fist bump because you actually answered the question.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
All right. So and then so now we're done talking shit about women. Now we're gonna start talking shit about
Because
men.
this dude
all
is
right?
misogynistic
Yeah, no,
as
this
fuck.
this is no good.
As
There's no
fuck,
bueno.
bro. Like misogynistic as fuck.
So, yeah, we everybody gets heat. All right, everybody gets heat.
For real.
All right, here we go.
Ain't no discrimination here.
Ain't no discrimination. I do not like gamer word. Let me stop. All right, here we go.
Women don't love you. They are incapable of love. This is how it works. They receive love. We give love. They don't return it back. They do us favors. They lie on their back like a Carl's Jr. star. They lie on their back in marital missionary and do some pity and duties. They let you push and shove for 5 or 10 minutes. And then guess what? They're off back shopping, off back trying to sell some peace leaf. They off back trying to have it all. You're just there to just fill a little bit of time in the void. And then before she goes to sleep, she's there talking to your and cuddling, pillow talking. And then she's on to the next dude.
If you want a fucking long-term relationship, do not
Yeah.
think like that, man. You
No,
will
that
ruin
dude-
everything you
listen,
ever possibly
I'm
want
gonna
if
be
you think like that, man.
because he's on that. He's on. I'm
The
not
Fresh and
even,
Fit
I'm- Nah,
podcast.
don't even say their name.
Oh.
Okay, don't even say their name because those guys are whack. They're clowns. And the real reason why I have such heat towards this, it might be the woman that you are choosing, that you choose to deal with, that you choose to lay with, that you choose to basically put your time in with, that treats you that way. You have to take accountability to what type of women you bringing into your home. What type of women are you talking to? What type of women are you laying with? But to say that all women are incapable of love, I'm sorry, dude. Who birthed you out?
Yeah,
Were you
for
made
real,
in a
bro.
project too?
Talk to
Be,
your mama.
like, no, seriously, be a fucking man. And that's the same thing. We talk, you see all these, and I'm being 100. You have all these misogynistic podcasts, and it's sickening because not one of you, these dudes, is going to correct them. That is not a way to illustrate.
Because the women that they deal with fall
Yeah.
into that fucking category.
That-
and it's
that's-
unfortunate.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
is unfortunate.
Because guess what? What they're not telling you, and he said it, and so have the co-hosts of that show. You guys subscribe to sugardaddies.com.
Yeah.
So what type of women are you gonna deal with? It's like saying, damn, bro, you made me crash the car. But all I did was give you the keys.
Yeah.
Take accountability.
Like, dude,
That dude is a grown ass man with grays in his beard like mine. He's definitely older than me, and he sounds like a whining child. To say women are incapable of love, I don't know your life story, but I promise you, you have a mother. I promise you, you have a grandmother. The thing is, you have an era of men who think they're greater than what they actually are. And you got to cut that placebo out. It's like, yo, this shit is getting real nauseating. And that's that Andrew Tate bullshit. That's that misogynistic. Because what happens is you have younger kids growing up. Say a kid, a teenager, he gets his heart broken. And then you have this clown on there talking that shit. You're going to grab him. And now what you just did is you reshaped his life in a negative way because you decided to be in your feelings like some little sucker, bro. Like, get out your feelings, be accountable. You chose to deal with women like that. Because I come from a home filled with women. My mother, my sisters, my aunts, they're capable of love. It may not be your experience, but it is very immature and it's very childish to say that all women are like that. That's like saying all black people are fucking criminals. That's like saying all Republicans are racist. Come on, bro.
It's like saying all Democrats are diddlers.
Yeah, like that shit is crazy. And the damage that comes from that, just him having a platform, is individuals like him who do not need to have a platform because you're literally spewing hate for the opposite sex. That's all you're doing. How does that make you feel as a woman hearing that dumb shit?
I have learned to just I hear crap shit come out of a man's mouth like that, and I'm just like, oh, and I just swipe. I don't even give it a time of day at all. Because I know what he's saying isn't true.
It's not.
At all.
No, here's the thing though. It's only true to him. Right? In his reality. Again, and it's unfortunate.
It is. I feel sorry for him.
With women like, I honestly do. They have to deal with women like that because I've had my fair share of just fucking awful women.
Yeah.
You know, but I've had also my fair share of just fucking, the best, the fucking sweetest little fucking things I've ever, met in my entire life, and so you just get that with people.
And when you have dudes like that, and the truth of the matter is, as you viewers knows, men like him can only prey on young women.
Yeah.
They can't
step up to older women, bro. They cannot, because older women will sniff that shit out and pass them on, bro.
So unfortunately, losers like him, they have to prey on young women who are not educated and have
who don't know anything,
life knowledge to honestly navigate away from that bullshit.
That's
so
dangerous.
honestly, you might think I'm taking it to that level. I have such a loath for these people because it's like, yo, you're spewing hate and toxic shit. You're not trying to find a solution.
No,
you just creating problems. Yeah, you're creating problems. If that, go continue preying on your little girls. Continue on these websites where you only could deal with women who want you for your money because you have no contributive traits to bring to the table.
Honestly,
you're pathetic, bro. Like, that shit, dude. That shit just rubs me the wrong way.
Tiring. What? Am I stupid?
Yes.
Don't be mean.
I think
you're educated. Or like a woman told me at work, you're pretty smart for a brown boy.
You're pretty smart for a brown boy.
Yeah.
That actually
Someone said that to you?
Oh my goodness.
All right, so we have to read this one off.
I'll read it. Okay, Hannah, 32 years old. A queen ready to find her king. Someone to enjoy all life's roller coasters with. If you're not interested or ready for a relationship or full-time commitment, just keep strolling. I'm a mother to 5 kids, 13, 11, 10, 6, and 4. I am about to graduate phlebotomy school next week, and I do not have time for these childish games.
13. She is 32 with a kid who is 13. I think I've done the mental math. She had him at 18, 19.
She probably didn't even have pubic hairs by the time she was getting ready.
Probably was still fucking, bro. I just think, bro. So here's the thing:
the audacity, bro.
Bro, it's like,
hold on, before you say, please, Nate. I like to hear your thoughts on this. Just understand, she's about to graduate school for a job that pays what, under $36,000 a year for 5 kids, but she wants a man who's not with childish game. What, when women like you see shit like this, how do you understand when us men are very?
I mean, some people are a little weird.
How so?
You know, like this is giving me, I don't know.
It's giving me
a nickel looking for a dime.
Mm,
when she went about this in a very specific way, like to put on her profile.
She
like
thinks
that.
she's a prize. You're a liability.
I'll tell you right now, and correct me if I'm wrong, and maybe I'll research this after the show, but I don't think there's any queen in history that got her kingdom already having a bunch of fucking rugrats to tow. I think the way that usually works is like royalty marries royalty or whatever. And I think at most times she has to be a virgin or whatever.
Well, here's the thing. This is the type of woman I was saying that looks for a traditional man, but is not tradition herself. Look at what I do not have time for silly, childish games. You have 5 kids. Where's your accountability?
Yeah. Bro.
That's 5 kids. We don't even know if they're by the same fucking man.
True. And these kids are grown.
Yeah.
Like, bro, 13, 11, and 10. These kids will understand that you're not their dad.
Facts.
And they will shit on you.
And
my nephew
32,
is 13. He is
she
he's a
labels
jerk.
herself a queen. That's
and people
the bullshit.
People who use labels like queen, king, I find that kind of weird.
The only thing I am king of is being king on the toilet.
Jason threatened to punch me in the throat if I call him a king.
Yeah, because I ain't a fucking king.
I was asking him where he wanted to eat. I was like, "Where do you want to go eat, king?" He was like, "Don't call me king."
Wait a minute.
I was like,
that's just a term of endearment. Like that's just something that people like
saying
as a
nigga.
joke. Like, what's the term when you like uplift me, king, or you're uplifting
endearment?
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it like this.
It's just you don't get
For
it.
my viewers out there, don't call me no king. I ain't earned that title yet.
It was kangs and shit.
What you making that face for?
When you said, like, oh, don't call me a king. Like I haven't earned that.
Maybe you did. Maybe you just don't see it yet.
Yeah,
I didn't earn it yet.
That's giving me very like
What if I showed you earned it?
I'll slap you. No, here's the thing, and I'm not trying to be harsh on myself, but when I say I haven't earned that title, I haven't. And that's the whole delusion that we tell ourselves in society. We give ourselves these accolades and these titles without earning it, and we're shit. We're shit.
I hear you.
But here's
like
the thing.
That's why I repel against it so strongly.
I don't think
I
don't think you earn it if you're labeling yourself. But if someone else is giving it to you, then there has to be some merit to it.
That's because you want to get in my pants.
I hear you, and I respect you.
He's not wrong.
Thank you.
I hear you. But I think the way that he said it, like it wasn't like too deep. It was just like, "What do you want to eat, king?" You know, like
no,
just like, "What do you want? What do you want to eat, dude?"
No.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, my nigga with the hard R.
See, that's that bullshit. No, but to go back to her, listen, I'm sure she could find somebody who's loving and understandable, and God willing, because those kids, it's about the kids, right?
Yeah.
And the reason I say that's a liability, to have that many kids at that age in today's market with the cost of living, you better hope to God a man has to love your children.
Yeah.
And what a lot of women don't understand, and I say this, and I don't say this to be disrespectful. You can take it however you want. I only speak truth. When a woman has a kid that she's bringing to the relationship, it's a conflict of interest. Because now I have to deal with the baby father.
Yeah.
I have to deal with the terms and condition of things that hit sideways. If the kid gets sick, I have to be invested on something I'm not going to get back on. If it's my own child, I get back on that because you want to see a part of you thrive and grow. And again, I respect men who get with shorties who have kids. You guys are doing God's work. I don't think you're beta. I think honestly, it's admirable, and it takes a real man to do that. However, unfortunately, being said, you have individuals like this who think they have no baggage. They think they're a prize still. No, you are a liability, because what man in their right mind is going to want to take on that task? A fake motherfucker will. A fake man would do some shit like that. But if you're talking about a traditional man who really cares and wants to see you prosper, that is a hard commitment 5 kids at the age of 32?
Golly,
And
gee willikers.
God willing, what about if she doesn't want any more kids?
Yeah, like
So
imagine-
what? I gotta catch the wrong end of the stick. Y'all women don't think like that, bro. You guys understand, and this is not all women, but for modern women who have children, it's not that men don't want to step up, but then we have to compete with 5 other children for your attention, for your love, for your time. Why would we do that to ourselves?
Honestly,
Oh, JFR coming in to say we don't have traditional women anymore, so why do we have to be traditional men?
Because it's content of character.
No, but like,
And as long as we stay traditional, in my opinion, it keeps us grounded. Because I'd rather do what's hard than what's easy.
I think the moment that all men decide collectively that we're no longer going to be traditional, society will
fucked. We falter.
society will fall. We're gonna get fucking invaded or something.
Yeah.
It's gonna go to the pits. And I don't mean like heterosexual. I mean like it
Yeah,
doesn't matter
moral.
if you're gay, straight.
Yeah, moral
like, what
standards,
doesn't matter.
yo.
Like if you can't fucking hold on to a single partner, you know, and create the next generation, even if they're not your kids or whatever, if you got to be able to raise your kids in the best possible situation for a child or children, what have you, 2-parent household. Doesn't matter if it's mom and
Facts.
mom, dad and dad, 2-parent household. Someone needs to play the role of the mother. Someone needs to play the role of the father.
Yeah,
they
because
need
the
that.
kids suffer.
They suffer.
Yo, I come from a broken home. And honestly, it's a miracle of God that I'm this grounded. And I wasn't easy.
But you had
wasn't.
father figures in your life though that luckily for you,
I did, but not to the degree that I really needed it. I still had to go through a lot of fucked up shit. Again, you have 2 types of people: those who said, "Well, because I went through this, everybody else is gonna go through this," or you can have the mindset is like, "No one else is gonna have to go through this." I don't want nobody to experience my pain. My pain, I don't allow it to dictate how I live my life. But I don't run from it. This is just who I am. It's a sad, unfortunate thing.
Yeah.
I wish things would have been different, but I'm a grown man now and I understand more how life works and how real shit can be. Now, mind you, there's a lot of other people who don't think like me. A lot of us have a victim mentality, and you got to step away from that. What happened to me happened to me. It sucks, but guess what? I'm still privileged. You understand what I'm saying? I'm privileged because I at least know who I am. I at least know what I want to do. I'm not lost in limbo. There's some dudes out there who don't know who their father is.
Yeah.
Who've been tossed up, caught in the system. And it sucks. But shut up.
Shut up.
You gotta really basically plant your feet in this shit.
Yeah.
Cause misery needs company.
Yes, it does.
And you have to be careful how you navigate out here, yo. And I say this to you, I say this to you, I say this to you guys, because it's me being honest. On to the next.
All right, and this feeds into what I was saying earlier.
Yep.
The greatest problem that we're seeing with the whole Tate situation is an algorithmic problem. What I'm noticing is that men and women are literally seeing different Tates because of what the algorithm is pushing to them. For example, when I see Andrew Tate, I see stuff about the importance of being a strong man so that you can protect others and uphold others around you, the importance of having your finances in check, taking care of women. What I'm noticing with women, I can see how very easily they could hate Tate. That's what the algorithm is designed to do. It's designed to divide us.
Yep. So
Stop the cap.
we were talking about algorithms, you know, and that leads into it. You can influence the minds of a generation just by what the social media shows to you, right? You have to realize that once you hit the first couple of likes or whatever, when you first open,
set it off.
you set it off. You hit the first couple of likes. That's Instagram or Facebook or whatever sending, hey, look, do you like this? Oh, he likes this. Now we got him. Now we know exactly what he likes. We'll just keep building it, and it'll keep getting more and more precise until it's what you want. Like, and some people, like, I wouldn't say people necessarily want to be angry, right? But
you get easily triggered.
Yeah, you get easily.
So the problem with algorithm, right? As we talked about the TikTok shit, that shit is tied to us emotionally. Because here you are, you're sending, and this is why the dude who was talking about how women can't be loved, that algorithm touches young males, it's going to do damage.
Yeah.
Just like Tate is basically being hailed as a hero, but to every real man out there, To every real soldier on the streets who knows how to treat a woman and knows the values of what it is to be a good man, does not fuck with a dude named Tate. Why? Because they understand who he truly is. Anybody's capable of saying real shit. Anybody could talk the talk, but not everybody walks the walk. And that's the same case going on. So what happens with social media is they're taking all of Tate's motivational videos and they're flooding it on all these young people's lives, young males. These young upcoming males, they're flushing it with his quotes on quotes. And then what they're doing with the women is they're showing all this toxic shit. They're causing confliction. And what do you get out of both? You get a reaction. And it boosts his sales. It boosts his reviews. It's unfortunately part of the game. It's business. That's just how it is. But you have to be educated and know who these people really are. Trust when they show you their contents of their character, of that's who they really are.
Because
I could tell you, yo, I'm a nice
Tate's a fucking maniac.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I could tell you, yo, I'm a nice fucking guy. But for everybody who knows me, the one thing that separates me, regardless of my image, my goatee, is the contents of my character. That's what allows me to open doors, because the contents of my character are very welcoming, very sincere, and very caring. You don't have to be like me.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm known for, the contents of my character, not what the fuck I say, not how I dress, but the contents of my character. The content of Tate's character is toxic and bullshit.
Yeah.
Contents of that man's character saying that women are incapable of love is bullshit.
Like, and you know, it's like the big meme for like women to be like, "Oh, who hurt you?" This and the third. That shit pisses me off.
Yep.
But
because it's whack.
It's whack as fuck.
Oh, we got a new
salute chat.
30 salute chat. Thank you, brother. We appreciate your feedback on that, dog.
Yes,
Make sure you
sir.
subscribe.
Yep, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell button.
And
for
again,
notifications.
if y'all could tell us what episode was playing in that video,
shout you
Much
out.
we'll
appreciated.
shout you out and we'll have a gift for you. Real talk.
Real
May not be
talk.
much, but you'll enjoy it. You will enjoy it.
But
Yeah.
But I think that's interesting because, like, I mean, at least as far as like the women's side of TikTok,
Mhm.
it's just bashing educate because it's all the misogynistic things
Yeah.
he's saying. But I've also heard from a lot of guys saying, "Oh, that it's men uplifting men," and I'm like, I've never seen that on my
I don't
algorithm.
think-
Because when you make your profile, yo, the first time I downloaded TikTok, because I was making it for the page, you know what the first video was? It's a woman breastfeeding and she pulls the baby off purposely. I'm like,
Sorry for
dog,
that.
what the f is
They're
this?
trying to appeal to the male gaze.
Yeah. Yes.
Because
I know if I was some
men like
fucking
boobs.
13-year-old fucking kid, just discover what porn is, open up TikTok. I just saw
See
some lady's
that?
fucking titty on the internet.
No,
On the internet.
nah, man.
is that a boob?
What?
That's
Oh
just
my
crazy.
god!
Like, I ain't going front, yo. I caught my niece on TikTok the other day. Boy, listen. I'm very thankful I don't have children right now.
The suspense
She's
is
not
killing
she's
me.
not a bad girl. It's just the first thing that hit my mind, I got worried. Cause
You're gonna be shaking her cans on the internet, bro.
Oh, because
No,
of
I'm
what
not
she
worried
might
about
do.
that.
That's
No,
what I'm worried about.
It's about who would try to contact her.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
TikTok
Oh.
is that fucking dangerous.
Right.
There's no regulations on it.
Yeah.
And you see what they praise. You see what they advertise for
You just
these
have
kids.
to educate the kids.
Bobby, baby, baby,
Yeah,
baby,
look,
baby,
here's the thing, here's the-
like,
Fair.
come on, bro.
Here's the thing with that though. You can educate children,
Mhm.
but theory is very different from practice.
Right.
Right? You can tell a kid, "Oh, be careful who you talk to online or whatever,"
Facts.
but it's not like they'll be able to think about that in every
Right.
instance, right?
You want to know who one of the most toxic individuals I think that's in mainstream media is? Cardi B.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I see the shit that this woman says on social media. Oh, don't be cooking and clean. Fuck that shit. You independent. And the first thing she's doing is cleaning and cooking.
Sweeping.
Like, yo, there's a
Yeah.
video of her about to pop her titties out and, wet ass pussy. And her child walks in. She zips up and what does that tell y'all?
That's
That goes
giving
back-
me.
That tells me that they want to see y'all get fucked up.
I
That
mean,
they're not willing to take accountability
I
for
bet
the
her
shit
kids
they
don't
say.
even have a phone.
Facts.
Cardi B. I mean, Cardi B is
Disgusting.
Hispanic. She's
Disgusting.
part Dominican,
Yeah.
and
Burro.
my mom also tells me.
Plata sucia.
Fucking yell.
Cochina.
Are you gonna let me finish?
Yes, love. I'm sorry.
I forgive you. That reminds me of my mom. when she tells me, you know, to not be traditional, but then she
Mhm.
goes ahead and does traditional things, you know.
Can I be real with you?
And then also like she'll be like, oh, like be modest or whatever.
You remember when you had came to the Hialeah store?
Yes.
I had asked Nate, rate yourself 0 through 10. And she rated herself. And I said, you know what the problem is? I asked her to rate herself on how she sees herself. I said, rate yourself on based on society standards. And her number changed, right? She's the only woman to do that. I think the reason I bring that up, I think your mom's not telling you not to be traditional, but your mom has seen the new wave of fuckboys. And she sees how men don't appreciate, not all, but the majority of men don't appreciate.
Mhm.
So I feel like she doesn't want you to burn yourself out over somebody who's not worth it.
Right.
But I also feel that mothers have to communicate that with their daughters,
Oh, right. Yeah.
detailed, because if it wasn't for the messenger, the war would be lost. But the wrong message could create a war. You understand what I'm saying? And I think I'm not saying how to be with your mom, but
No,
like
yeah.
we talk about this shit all the time. Like when it comes to women not doing their duties, I blame their mothers. I blame their mothers cold-heartedly, just like I will blame your father if you don't know how to do things as a man. I will blame your mother if you don't know how to do things as a mom, because mothers train their daughters to be independent, and it fucking destroys them.
Without telling them both sides of the story.
Exactly. Tell them if you're going to give them the blue pill, you got to give them the red pill. You know what I'm saying? Your fears as a parent hinder your children.
Luckily, like, you know,
Not saying that's your case.
No,
I'm just
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
like, in general, from what I spectated.
Luckily, growing up, I've seen why she tells me these kinds of things, because she'll tell me, you know, let's say
Mhm.
like the blue pill side, but I've already have experienced firsthand like the red
Mhm.
pill side. So be like, oh, I can see both sides. Me
And that's
personally.
important.
Yeah.
That's so fucking important, because if not, yo, we get lost. Let's move on to the next one.
I left the video up. I'm stupid.
This one's gonna rile y'all up. Believe that.
Believe that. All
Let's
right, here we go.
There's so much talk about a woman's body, her choice, and like that. My question is, if we give a woman,
Oh, before we go in, this page is called It's Complicated. Find
Yeah.
them on YouTube. Really good videos.
Facts.
Really good videos.
right to opt out of motherhood, should we also give a man the right to opt out of fatherhood and 18 years of child support?
I agree. Do you don't agree?
No, I don't know.
But if a mom walks into an abortion clinic and says, you know what, I'm not feeling this, and gets an abortion, the dad has no say. How come this mom can't? Let's just say it's a one-night stand, just hypothetical, and the mom comes back to the dad and is like, hey, I'm pregnant. Why can't he opt out if she was able to say, hey, I don't want this baby? It's a double standard.
Well, he could obviously sign his rights away, but he cannot physically.
He can't sign his rights away because he has to pay child support.
Facts.
He is legally bound by child support.
That's just the way it is.
I know, but you think it's right?
It's just the way
You
it
tell a woman
is.
to have an abortion, like that's it.
And
I know,
men run the
do you
world.
think it's right that a mom can say, I don't want this baby, but a dad never can?
I mean, I just think that's just the way it is.
But do you think it's right?
I
Yes
mean,
or no?
Yes or no?
that.
The fact she can't answer it is what bothers
I
me.
don't think it's right. I think the whole system's fucked.
We spend so much time talking about a woman's choice.
Right, but the man
But
doesn't
my,
have
but
one.
my only point is, what reproductive rights does a man have?
None.
Well, no one should.
I have a
Protect this
question.
woman at all costs, by the way.
I have a question, because when she pointed out that, you know, a man can like sign his rights away,
You can't do that.
Can't.
but that's true.
No, you can't. You can sign the rights as you don't have to raise the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can sign those away. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
you still have to pay.
Because I've
child
seen those like
And
in
it's not-
movies.
it's not-
The father's like, oh, I don't
it's-
want it to do the child. They sign the rights away.
It's not about the money. For a lot of y'all women who thinks it's not about the money. If I lay down with you and say I'm in a relationship and you're telling me, oh, you're not keeping this child, I'm taking you to fucking court. Now, if it's a fling, that's different. But I'll say it again. If I'm in a fucking relationship with you, we've been together for a hot minute, we lay down, you get pregnant, and you're telling me you're about to abort, I am taking your ass to court. I'd rather you sign documentations. I will pay for everything. I will basically do what I got to do. You don't have to be part of that child's life, but me as a person, as a man, I am not okay with it. Not everybody's gonna have my mindset, but you are killing a life that is half of me. How can I not get a say on that? That child, I'm willing to lay my life for. And you're going to take that from me? You're going to strip me of that? Do you know what type of pain that does to a man?
Right, but you're not the one carrying the baby, though.
Yeah, but I'm the one who's willing to give my life. I'm the one who's going to have to be the first one up, the last one down. I'm going to have to make sure that you're straight. I'm going to have to make sure that child is straight. I'm going to have to make sacrifices for
but
the
that's
day
you,
that
though.
I die.
Not every man does that.
You're right. Not every man does that.
So
But the
I don't
truth of the
think it's
matter is,
fair. I don't think it's fair.
it's
to-
not about fair.
No,
It's not
no,
equal.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's fair to that man, right? Like you're absolutely right. There are men that
Or cowards.
that are they won't fucking do it.
So-
well, hold on, they'll skip out, right? There are
Yeah.
men that'll just fucking skip out. But I don't think that's fair to the man that is willing to stick around,
step up.
right? So like you're absolutely right. Me and Jay as men, we have no idea what it's like to be pregnant, carry a
Nope.
child to term, and give birth.
And I
None of
respect
stuff.
that.
Exactly, I respect it to the ends of this earth.
But respect me.
But if I'm willing to put everything up for this child, then I think that I should have a say in whether or not it's born. But
I don't think I know I should have
no,
a say.
because you can say that, but people are going to disagree with you anyway. So I'm just saying that, right? So my thing is, I support and I am completely against abortion. I am 100% pro-abortion, and I'm also 100% pro-life.
Facts.
Would you be okay with then if you say, I want this child, and she's like, okay, I'll have it. You can keep it. I don't want anything to do with the baby.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
you're a single dad.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
100% yes.
Because when I laid with you, the more, and this is where I got to be real with y'all, bro. And this is where I'm coming at the men. If you're not willing, if you cannot see this woman having your child, either wrap up or keep your fucking dick in your pants. Be a man and be accountable.
Throw your
And it's
own
the
back
same
out.
thing for women. If you cannot see this man being the father of your children, there's no reason why you should be letting this man enter inside of you. Giving into your primal fucking wants is
Yeah.
bullshit. We're educated. We're better than that. We're grown. So when you talk about in a relationship, best believe I'm fighting to the death. It's not only the death of the relationship, but you not about to kill half of me
Oh, and just for you viewers
under
at
any
home,
circumstance.
it's also another. We have another behind the scene nugget
Yeah.
about this topic. It got pretty good. It got pretty good actually.
You'll see it.
So, yeah,
You'll see it.
It'll be up.
However, and again, I get it. Now, if it's a fling and you fucking around, yo, hey, listen, I think both parties need to basically be held accountable.
Yeah.
Can't force you to do something with your body. It's your body.
Yep.
But understand, it only happened because I put what was in my body in you. It took two to tango, and women need to start respecting that. You may not like it. It's not about what you like, but you got to respect that shit.
But also,
Because if I laid
yeah.
down with you, if I basically gave you my energy and we exchanged each other's forces, you need to respect that. Because guess what? You're gonna get rid of it.
yeah, and
I will not talk to you. I have no business talking to you. I that's it for me. You
And
might
on
as
the-
well be dead to me.
on the flip side, for men also need to respect when women want to have that child.
Facts.
If you're gonna, yo, my nigga, you fucked up. Deal.
That's
with
what it is. Be a man.
You fucked up.
Be a man.
Deal with it.
You should have thought about that before you laid with him. And it
Yeah.
works both ways. Just like I hear, oh, but he ain't shit. You knew he wasn't shit before you fucked him. But you
yeah.
fucked him anyways.
But you fucked them, didn't you?
You fucked him anyways.
Yeah.
This whole thing of no accountability is why we're so sick. It's why we're so fucked up. Our parents weren't having these problems like to this degree back in the day. The ones who were having that problem with the Jazzy Bells.
Jezebels.
You know what the
Yeah.
fuck I meant. And where are they at now?
Spinsters.
It's just sad now because this seems the title shit. You got this dumbass artist, not even entertainer, talking about how she has murder on her mind. She pulls up to a fucking abortion clinic. You are a true piece of shit, bro.
I mean, yo, that's
That
funny
shit ain't
because of
cute.
dark. It's funny because of dark humor, but
Yeah,
you
but
know, like
when you think about it, it's
yeah.
like, yo, what type of shit is you on? Demon time?
JFR, damn facts. You already know JFR.
So
spitting
at
facts
least
out here.
let me just say it like this. Final thoughts on it, man. if you're gonna lay with somebody, you best be willing to deal with the repercussions.
Yep.
Don't get mad. That's like, yo, when a woman gets mad about shit like that, that's like saying, oh, I drove the car, but it's not my fault. I crashed it. Who was driving? You were, right? The fact that nobody wants to take accountability is why this topic is such a sensitive topic, because it's very simple. Stop sleeping with people that you don't see being in long terms with. Stop giving men the opportunity to be up inside of you if you know you're not ready to have children.
I think this just goes to just practice safe sex, because like
Safe
how
sex,
you
but
initiated.
But even if a condom breaks,
right?
If you
because you mentioned it, people do give into their primal instincts.
Yeah.
You know,
you know how many times I've been.
JFR says having a baby won't keep the relationship going.
No, it won't.
It honestly won't.
It won't. Oh, keep a nigga baby move never worked. But I will say this: there's been times when I was younger that I have laid down with women and I stopped right there because I realized, yo, I want nothing to do with you. What the fuck am I doing?
Yeah,
I'd rather beat my meat than be with a woman that I don't love and don't care about.
Right. And unfortunately, like a lot of guys aren't like that. Like, are some guys that do lay with women and she gets pregnant?
Because those are what we call fuck boys.
Yeah.
Right. Or like the guys who end up getting the girl pregnant and he's super excited. Oh, like I want this baby. And she's like, I don't want a kid at all. And then that becomes controversial because, you know,
that becomes a problem.
And he's never the same.
Because
he's never the same, man.
Because even if he does agree, you know what, just let me keep the baby, I'll be a single dad. The woman is still the one who has to go through
her
labor.
life. Yeah, her life is on the line. My mom did paternity for 30 years. It is dangerous to be pregnant. You are so fragile. That's why it's such a beautiful, scary thing. But understand, this is what God created y'all for.
No,
you're not fucking up my blessings, but you are fucking up your blessings. But at the end of the day, as a realist, I gotta say that's between you and God. I don't get to speak on that. But I do get to speak my mind on what I think about it.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Like I said, I will be damned if any fucking governing body can tell someone what to do with their body, bro. Right. That's literally taking
whether it's abortions or vaccines.
Abortions, vaccines,
well, that's
suicide.
That's one of the things I said to a lot of my Republican friends because they're like, oh, abortion's it's against God's way. I'm like, y'all saying, okay, she's saying her body, her rights, but y'all the same motherfuckers who were saying the same shit when it came to a fucking vaccine. Hypocrites.
Mm-hmm.
What changed? Because you're a man? Listen, like you said, I support abortions and I don't support it. Me personally, I'm not cool with it.
Yeah.
But if I were to have a child and my girl, whoever is my girl at the time, her life is at risk, I'm sorry. It's not worth it. I'd rather keep my love of my life than risk her life for a baby.
Yeah. Like if she left,
that's real shit.
If she left the decision up to me, I'd be like, bro, I don't know if I want you to have this kid.
No, because guess what? Realistically,
you can have another kid.
You could have another kid. You only get one and only. Your child is half of your partner. Biblically, religiously, you are to love your partner more than you love your children. Because you cannot love your children 100% unless you love your wife or your husband more than you love your children. That's how it works. You guys were first before the children. The child is an outcome of your union. And it sucks. That's what it is. Because what ends up happening, you have these women, like the one with 5 kids. I don't need no man. I have my children. And what you do, you suffocate your children with that mindset.
Yeah. How can you truly love your partner if you have all those kids in tow?
Facts.
I'm not saying it's not possible.
You know how many times, your daddy ain't shit, your mama ain't shit.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's not possible, but honestly, in today's
you're telling me I'm not shit.
It's not probable.
Yeah. All right, on to the next.
Oh, that was it. Was it?
No. There's one more.
Oh, one more.
Last one for the day, gentlemen. And I'm going to start this one off because this is something I recently went through.
We can just pause it because it's just text. But it says, have you ever noticed how the relationship is always at risk when the woman is unhappy? Men be unhappy for months, but thug it out because it's not gonna matter. But y'all not mature enough to talk that yet.
If I may, right? When it comes to relationships, like, you guys know I've been through a lot. Men, we suffer differently versus how y'all women suffer. We express ourselves differently versus how y'all women express yourself. When a man is unhappy in a relationship, and I'm saying a real man, he's going to thug it out because he understands it. You have to try till you can't try anymore. And when it doesn't work out, you don't automatically hate your partner. Because if you can hate your partner,
You never
then
really
you
loved
never
them.
loved them.
Yeah.
You never loved them. You don't. I don't wish bad on my exes. I don't wish bad on none of them. I want them to find love. It just hurts because it's not going to be me.
It's gonna be me.
But men, we are wired different. We don't have the same outlets as women do. We don't have the same way to express ourselves without getting ridiculed the way y'all do. If a man says, yo, just like if a man can't afford a child, he goes to jail. You can't afford, you get housing, you get help. It's not about fair. How's that even right? Fuck the fairness. How's that even right? So when a man's in a relationship, we are builders. We build with our hands.
We
We
should
build with, that's how we're designed. You understand what I'm saying? So when shit's not working right, and a lot of niggas are, how come you didn't leave her? Because my partner was sick. My partner being sick, I have to fight till I can't fight no more, bro. But here's one thing y'all women don't understand. When you're dealing with a real one, we will leave you before we start to hate you. No self-respecting man is going to stay long enough where he grows to hate you. I'd rather hold on, no matter how bad it hurts to walk away, I'd rather hold on to the memories that made me smile than allow the new memories that made me question why we were together. That's important. It's balance. Trust me, it hurts. I'm still going through it right now. But the reality is, that statement right there, that's how society has conditioned us. I don't have the same outlets that you. I'm taught, yo, make it work. Swallow it. Embrace it. Be strong. Be a man. But women, not all women, it's not the same. Oh, you're not happy? Go where you're loved. You're not happy? Go to somebody who does. You're not told to fight for that man. You're not taught to sacrifice for that man. We're taught that we're supposed to sacrifice for y'all. And what that does to us on a mental scale, bro, that shit eats us alive, man. I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at any of my exes. I just only could pray to God they realize how much I love them. To endure and to put myself through what I put myself through. And that's not their fault. I chose to do that. But me choosing to do that shows how much I actually do love you. That's it. Your thoughts? Yeah, I went a little deep, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't know
it's
how to
kinda
top that.
Yeah. So
on that night,
Yeah.
so we'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? It's your gearhead himself, Mr. Logic.
it's your boy Sir Zaniel Ben. Find me on Instagram under the same name.
Oh, me, Nate.
And this is one thing for sure, two things for certain.
Let's go.
Have a good night. Close it.
Oh, sorry. I'm new. Okay, still. Bye, you guys.
Ooh, I like this one.